Hello, gamers, and welcome to Express Lane, the show that brings you speedruns in 60 minutes or less. I'm your host, Oscar424, with occasional guest appearances from my quirky co-hosts, Galahad and Freya, who are sleeping. Good, because it is coming up on the new year. This is the last Express Lane of 2024. But before we talk about what's going to be on that show, I have two little things I have to say, and that is, in really short time from now, GDQ 2025 will be live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 5th all the way to January 12th. Head over to gamesdonequick.com and check the AGDQ 2025 important dates section to learn more. And I want to hear about all the awesome runs that you were going to watch because it is going to be amazing. Also, FYI, did you know that Games Done Quick is currently hiring? We are looking for new showrunners in 2025. So yes, you can be right here telling you about us looking for new showrunners. So if you are interested in part-time work with a recurring show like Express Lane, like Awfully Silly Before Us, head on over to gamesdonequick.com/jobs for more info. And I can't wait to see what the new shows are going to be. But back to this particular episode of Express Lane. And with the end of 2024 coming, I thought it would be a good idea to, well, crash into 2025. So I put together a trio of really awesome Crash Bandicoot runs to end out this 2024 year. We've got Crash Team Racing later on from Galaxian. We've got Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped from Potty. And coming up first, we have the HD remastered version, so the Insane Trilogy version of Crash Bandicoot 1 with Lynn. So Lynn, take it away.
Hello, I'm alive.
Hello.
Hello from France. And so I don't know, it's my first time here and the first time on an event like this. So I'll try to be as good as I can. And as you said, I will run the first Crash game from the remaster, the Insane Trilogy. I think I will start now, and the timer will start just when I will take on the new game, and I hope it will be alright.
That's gonna be awesome. Good luck.
Small countdown, 3, 2, 1, and go!
Yay.
Okay, so I will have to precise a few things. The game is a platformer. We just control Crash, this amazing Bandicoot thing, and we are going through levels where almost everything will try to kill you. Classic platforming, and we destroy those boxes. You will know really quickly why I take the time to destroy these boxes. Even if it's any percent run, it will be a glitchless run. And the first thing is that we have few masks collected in the levels, and I already have 3 masks, which grants me invincibility and running faster through the levels. So really useful for this run. And this is now the answer. At the end of the levels, we just receive on the head all the boxes we missed. So we just have to take as much boxes as we can to make this last shorter and win time, because it's still a speedrun. So it's all a balance between the destroying boxes and the end of the levels. And there are a few details with this mechanic we'll see later in the game. Here just a small time waiting to get the second, third mask, because we cannot take it when we are already in invincibility mode.
Gosh, I'm looking at how fast you're going through this. I'm going, I remember when I played this as a kid, and I would have died at least twice already.
And maybe most of you will remember this exact level, because it was the one on the demo CD of the PS1. When the PS1 got released, there was the demo of Crash 1, and it was the demo level. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to get the green gem, but you cannot in the demo to get the 2 missing boxes.
I didn't realize that was the demo. Oh my gosh, my childhood.
Childhood memories, mostly. And as you can see, we keep the mask from a level to another one. So it's important to not die and to keep the masks as much as we can, because as you can see on the beginning of this level, yeah. Yes, we can go on this box. I just got a third mask directly at the beginning of the level.
Oh, nice.
Here, we just take another third mask. Yes, we have a lot of this mechanic at the beginning of the game, but afterward it will be harder to get those masks. I will try as much as possible, but I do not guarantee a deathless run.
Oh.
Yeah, here a small damage boost, so you will quickly understand why I don't even care about the masks here.
So when you were invincible, it almost looked like you were. Could you go through those spike
Yep.
things? Oh.
The only thing that can kill you when you have 3 masks are the holes and a few enemies. If I don't remember. I think in the first game is the case, but I don't remember for the remake.
Gotcha.
And as you can see on this level, I don't have masks anymore. That's because the game just cancelled all masks at the beginning of this level. So I didn't care about losing my masks at the end of the previous level. Here I'm trying to optimize some paths in the level, but it's quite hard. I'm trying to master this, but still some of the things I have to master on this speedrun, because I just started like two or 3 months ago, and I still have things to master on this. You might wonder why I'm constantly jumping. Yes, that's because the crash is just faster while jumping instead of just walking. And the other question you might ask here is why I just let only 1 box on the level. It was done on purpose because the animation when we get the gem for getting all of the boxes is too long. So it's faster to just forget a box.
Now I know Crash is very cycle based. Is it in each level there are cycles, or is it like throughout the whole game? Is it one big giant cycle?
There are cycles through each level has its own cycles.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's better. It would be a nightmare. It's already one, but see, like this one, I never get this cycle right. I don't know. I don't even know how it works to get this plant good cycle.
Gotcha.
But yeah, losing a cycle on this game can make you lose like 10 seconds, sometimes even more. First boss here. Just coming to pass the animation.
I love that.
And it's starting, alright, we're already jumping on him because we don't have time for this. Come on. And we just go there because there is a jump animation.
Oh.
And we don't want to jump from the extremity of the cycle. It will be too long.
Makes sense.
We are still keeping our mask from the upstream level, and now it would be useful if I keep it. That's all the question. You were talking about the cycles. This level is all about the cycles.
Oh, this just looks like a nightmare.
It is. Yay!
What?
Yeah, you can walk on the TNT boxes and it triggers the TNT.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I am holding my breath like every time you get so close to one of those.
Same for me. Same on my side. I really don't want to die on this level because I'm not used that much to make this level without the triple masks.
Gotcha.
So it will be like playing casually from a speedrunner, but... And here we are once again losing our mask, and it will be one of the famous crash games, jumping on an animal level. And this time it's a wild pig, I think.
Yeah.
Once again, we don't want to lose on this level. It's not that complicated, but a death is really long to recover. Like 30 seconds, and it's really long. Yeah, some death on this game can be really time consuming. For the fact my previous PB had a time loss of 40 seconds because I died on the level.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because you don't have a mask too. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I forgot one box on purpose. Still that one box. But you will see the old box's animation once in the run.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the infamous run killing level. It's coming. So the last level of the first island, the first world, there are 3 of them on the first Crash game. What? Yeah, that spike is quite complicated to avoid, but it's all. I knew it.
It's a turtle's fault.
I always take that one too short, and now all the cycles are broken.
Oh no!
And I will lose escape because I needed the mask. But that's not a problem. It's only 3 seconds time loss. I'm not aiming at a PB tonight, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, we're here to have fun in Express Lane.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at all the games I played as a child,
I could do that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's here. Usually on the speedrun, we just destroy the mask here because it's really faster. But I don't have a mask anymore. Here you can just pin and jump, and it triggers the rolling platform.
Love it.
Here we'll take this mask. It can be useful, really. It can be useful, and if we keep it, it will be shorter to get a mask here. So, yeah. I guess I will lose the cycle here, obviously, yeah. Not a problem.
I love those hidden behind the scenes things in Crash.
I won't take the risk to destroy the mask here. I didn't do that. I didn't even do that on my PB, on my current PB, so I won't take that risk. Yeah. Yeah, you can hide here. And there is another part of this level we won't see here, the hidden gem path, where you have the same hiding spot, and there is a crate just behind it.
Okay. I also love that the end of that level gave so many extra lives. It's like the game telling you, yeah, you probably died a lot, so here. Sorry.
We needed those lives as a child.
Yeah,
we just needed them.
As a child, I still need those lives.
And we are starting the second island with a quite simple level. Simple. For this game.
Fair.
Because we'll see real nightmares later. But I mean, we are not taking too many risks here. It's pretty straightforward. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the calm before the storm here. Really, really in the run.
I get that for sure.
Because after this level, oh, just in that, okay. Usually I just go right the fish, so I don't spin it. But yeah, the two next level are the second boss and the famous ranking level. Once this level will be passed, I mean, I will be more calm, less stressed about the run.
Well, I think you're doing great, and so does chat. So
I cannot see the chat because I have the Discord open on the chat. Sorry. So if there are any question or whatever, you can just ask me.
If you have any questions, those friends in chat, feel free to say so, and I will pass them on.
And we are going to the second boss right now. Oh, I missed that. Okay. I don't have any cycles here, but I have two masks. So.
That works.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm totally messing with that one. I'm not supposed to do that, but not a problem. Please, please. Yes, that's okay. Okay.
Very nice.
Oh. You're not supposed to... Yes!
Ooh, okay. Nice.
That was totally improvised. I did not miss that first TNT box in days.
Well,
that was totally improvised based on the previous cycles I had on this box.
Nice.
So we are arriving to the level I want to finish with all the boxes, and because we are getting a corrode gem on this level, we cannot die here, or we just have to reset the whole level.
Wow.
And you will understand at the end of the run why is it so important to finish this level. We need to get those heads. So there are two heads which give us access to the bonus levels. And we need to complete the bonus levels to get the gems and to get obviously all the boxes in the bonus levels as well. But we can die on the bonus levels.
Gotcha.
The game allows us to die here. So okay, I will try to skip. Please work. Yes!
Nice.
You can do that.
Very nice.
I just missed it on the training just before the show. So that's good. And we will shortly arrive to the first bonus level. Now those lizards, the red ones, if you already played the games, everyone who plays this game hates these lizards because their hitbox makes you spin around and it can be a pain. There is a method to not spin, but okay, I'll just destroy this like this. Not take any risk on this. I mean, I'm taking risk, but that's controlled.
Nice.
Because I have 2 masks and I don't want to lose those masks.
That makes sense.
Because I will keep it for the next level. Okay, wait a little bit and you don't spin. If you don't wait, you will spin, and that's a problem. I will just wait for here. I know how to pass them the previous cycle, but it's too risky, really.
Oh
What?
God.
Do your thing already, okay. I'd rather to do this. I don't want to fall in a hole. I cannot reset. I won't try this. Let's be pragmatic.
Yeah.
Yay! Almost the end of the level, second bonus level.
Nice.
And this one has a really strange technique, you will see. If I do it well. Whoa! Well, I missed the jump. Not problematic because we can die here. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Up, 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 up. Let's do this. Up, up, up. Yes, you can do that. Spin and just jump afterwards. Because the bouncing crates are a bit slow to break. Okay, the end, final act of the level. Please don't die, please don't die. Yay, don't die. Okay, I'll just wait here. I don't want to take this risk. Yeah, just wait here. Okay.
Very nice.
Okay, this one is validated. The run is finishable.
Yay!
And we have a gem, the only one we will get through this run.
And see, to let you know just how many people love you there, a general question we had was, how are you so good at this game?
I spent too many hours on it.
Love it.
I don't remember. Yeah, I have to do this because I don't have this triple mask here. Okay. And here, okay, I get the good cycle. Okay. I just had to remind myself what to do here because the routes are different if you have the 3 masks here or not. We just pin him right down on the boxes. We have to go on the right here because it will just trigger the fire.
Oh.
You can do it for this fire, but I don't do the strategy because you have to do a diagonal here and it's really risky. Usually here you get a 3rd mask, but as I messed up on the previous level, I won't have the 3rd mask, so I just have to play casually and wait here. It's a bit boring. Okay. Oh! Not a problem. I don't want the 3 mask at the next level for personal reasons. Used to lose too much with the 3rd mask because everything is slippery in this game, and even more when you have 3 masks. You will understand.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of boxes in this level. You all will understand because why I say everything is slippery on the next level. Some of you, I think, know what I'm talking about. This infamy.
Oh no,
The bridge level. And when you get the 3 masks, you can go on the rope. And the ropes are really slippery, really slippery.
Oh, gotcha.
I will go on the ropes, but here on this level, the first one, it's simpler to do most of the level on the normal path because you can jump on it, and jumping on the ropes is really problematic because it's all slippery. You never get the right position, so jumping on the...
I love that you said it's slippery, it's problematic, as you casually jump on a rope for one of the runs.
Nobody jumps on the rope, but here I'm obliged because of this big thing, and I will have to do it for the next. Yes. Oh. Every time, stop trolling me. Okay, that's okay. The end of the level, but as you can see, there's only my right foot on the rope right now.
Oh my god.
And I watched a commented speedrun from the developers of the game who said they just added the rope thing because of speedrunners of the first game on the remake.
Oh, I love that.
But you will see more of rope riding later on in the game. Second, the Indiana Jones level. Ooh. I don't... This one can be a pain because death is really damaging to the run, because it's really long to reach a point. Really few checkpoints, and because of those moving platforms, everything is what I don't know the English for this, but there are a lot of what we call in French saut de longe. It's when you jump and you don't know where you are jumping, just like this, jumping in the void.
You could say like a blind jump or a leap of faith.
Yeah, that's totally a blind jump. So the level is full of that, and the platforms are moving. So when you are discovering this level, it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the spots that I died and said, yep, nope, that wasn't fun.
Yeah, I died too many times on this because there are holes everywhere. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Nice.
The level is over.
Oh, and it's being mentioned in chat for a gamer way of saying a blind jump is a YOLO jump.
Okay.
So that's what you can call it. A YOLO jump. Or a blind jump.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We are going on the longest level of the run. Not the hardest, but the longest. And the people who played the original game remember this, because in the original game you had to do all of this with getting all boxes without dying a single time. They corrected that in the remake. You just have to do deathless on colored gems levels, like Lost City I did earlier. Here you can just do this. Oh! Well, that's lucky I don't have to get all the boxes on this. And I don't really care about the mask. But I want to do my thing. Oh, the cycle is broken. Okay. I'm not used to die here, so I'm a bit surprised. But not a problem, but strange.
Got it.
Okay, let's go. That's not the... Okay, you can just stay here and spin the bat. The reflex would be to hide, but you just have to stay here and... Yeah, we'll just wait to get a better cycle. I think it works. I'm not even sure. Maybe it's just a superstition, but it seems to work. Yay. Oh no! Oh!
Ooh!
Oh my god. Yay!
Nice!
Okay, so now that's the moment I don't have to die, because I will just keep a checkpoint here. We don't want that because we want to catch this cycle. Okay. 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 I just have to pre-shot the... Whoa!
Oh!
Okay. I missed that platform, but I have to just take back my breath.
Right?
Because it was...
You and me both.
The former world record on the category I just had for description. This game is a constant heart attack. That's an accurate description.
Yep.
When you are speedrunning this.
Yes, it is.
And we are talking about the person with the world record. Okay, here I don't have the triple mask, so I'd just do it the casual way. Okay, I can reach this. There is a box here and a secret passage. Oh! Well, I tried. I should have not. Okay. The cycle at the end of this level, I cried chaotic. I don't even know what will happen right now. I feel it will be the bad side. Oh! Okay, thanks. This never happens when I'm trying. Really. The right cycle never happens here. Okay, just ready to spin that one. Take the boxes because it just shortens this part. And it's over for the very last level of the second island. I cannot see the timer.
We are at...
But I think I'm on time. I'm on time, I guess.
About 29 minutes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Usually I'm at 51, 52 real time with loads, so it might be okay. It's the last boss in this area, and I call it usually RNG Kong because there is this part. And I just moved in because I think it can do something to trigger the stone launching. This part is okay, but you never know when it will just throw this rock at you.
Gotcha.
Just throw it, really. Okay. Really? Do it! Okay, I have time. Because I have these vegans here, and... Okay. I have to do this 4 times. Yay! Thank you.
Very nice.
Just be gentle and throw your rock, please. I just have one mask here. Oh well.
It's like...
Yay, that one. Oh, please! Yes!
Oh, nice!
That was... I wasn't sure because of the vegans here. But that's okay. I won't have the triple mask at the beginning of the next level, but that's not a big problem. We just want it at the end, and I will have it at the end, so that's not a problem.
Alright.
We are entering the very last island already, with more mechanical levels, because we are entering cortex, castles and stuff, laboratories and stuff. Here it's just a forward level, you just have to go forward. And nothing much to say here. I will just make a shout out to one of my speedrunner colleagues. One person who just explained me a lot of things for this speedrun. So Pom, if you are watching this, thank you for all your teachings. I know it's your favorite level, so...
Aww.
I'm going it right now. Oh. Yeah. Just love this level. That's not my... Okay, just wait. That's not my favorite one. My favorite one comes really later in the game. Here we lost the mask, but it's on purpose because we will be able to do this. Up. I love this. Hopla.
Oh, that is clean. I love that.
Yeah, this level is quite easy. For the third island, it's easy. Okay. Yay.
You say easy, I'm looking at all those red pipes, remembering how many times I died to those.
Yeah, but if you did the game, you know what's coming after.
Oh.
I'm not really talking about the next level, but the one after. The one I call Anxiety Room. Because I lost too many runs on this.
Oh, no.
For this one, we will have a triple mask at the beginning. It will be quite easy once again. I'm sorry to say this because yeah, for the people who made the game, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the high road. I'm talking about slippery climb. Those levels are paying for speedrunners and for casual gamers. Yeah, we just have the triple mask, we just have to go forward. Not a problem. Here we just go jump on the checkpoint. And this one is actually pretty good. I just died on the bonus level. That's good.
Yeah.
And now we will enter my nemesis. It's coming.
All right, chat. You need to give Lynn all of the energy right now. Like, I want to see it in chat.
And you know what? I will just try the strategy I avoided at all costs for my current PB.
All right, let's go.
Because I don't care. I don't want to PB here. I just want to show something amazing. And if I can do it, it will be amazing. If I miss, we'll just lose 40 seconds. Not a problem.
All right.
We're still on track. We did not... it won't work. Yeah, no. This one won't work. Not a problem. That's not what I want to show, so that's not a problem. That now, the 3-mask thing, you remember when I said this was slippery, this game is slippery? That's right now. Because I just want to do that and that. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know. Real cycle, okay. Yay. I died here on my previous PB.
Oh, wow.
And I can do this directly on the platform. I didn't explain that, but I'm spending a lot of time because even when I have the triple mask, spinning is quicker when you are destroying boxes. You don't have like the hitbox colliding on you. You're just spinning on it, and that's why I'm spinning even with the triple mask.
Oh, that was so cool though. Even chat's like those diags, really nice.
And there is another thing I will explain in Slippery Climb. I think I will have some time to do it. And here we have the triple max for this level. That's cool. It's not a difficult level. You just have to jump on this. I lost some time. Okay. No, that's okay. There is only one struggling thing at the end of the level, and I will give you a hint to pass it. Even I think it works for casual players as well.
Okay.
Really. Here you just have to avoid the things. They give you the platforms on the side. But now they don't give you the platform anymore. Oh, you just can spin this. And here you just have to walk. You don't have to avoid this. It works.
Oh!
The game just tricks you to avoid the things and you will fall on the acid and stuff. You don't have to. You just have to walk, to jump. Right foot in, works. And I saw people lose runs because they try to avoid the barrels.
That would be me casually trying to miss them.
I really think you can try this casually. There is a new boss. I purposely missed one working of the boss because it's just a better cycle for the end. Because you will see what he's doing at the end. It just fires once here. Yo. And then he goes there and he fires at the other side. And there he just fired directly on the left side. So we earn some time at just ignoring the first back and forth movements.
Oh, cool.
And now the second nightmare on the run. Yeah, I would. Remember the bridge?
Uh-huh.
Now we just have to do everything on the ropes, almost. Because there are those pigs everywhere. Oh my. Oh. Okay. It's alright. And we cannot jump from one bridge part from another because of the turtles. The intended way is to... Please. Okay. The intended way is to jump on the turtles and to use them as trampolines. But it's really slow and we don't want to lose time on this, so we just go on the rope.
Makes sense.
And oh yeah, I will be able to show you this. I just kill a mask on this to get the 2 boxes.
Nice.
Still 2 boxes I won't receive on the head at the end of the level. So up. And it's the end. There are some people who jump on the rope. I'm not really used to that, but I know it can earn you some time. So. But we are on a good day. We just passed it without dying. Everything is alright.
Very nice.
And the final one. I usually, when I pass this final level, I just consider the run done mostly because it's the last hard level we have to do.
Gotcha.
We can still choke on other levels, of course, but it's a really last hard level. Oh. Okay. And this one will be done checkpoint left. And here I will do up. You might ask why I'm spinning on this. It's because you get a little inertia on the spinning and just a crash instead of falling just stays here and you can jump farther with this.
Oh, nice.
I'm doing this since the beginning of the game actually, but it's quite noticeable here. This level is oh my god, it really happens. Never happens. Oh my god. Thank you, the bird. The birds here have a really huge hitbox.
This is the one game where birds are, in fact, are not jerks. I love this.
Yeah, they are because I lost a run a few days ago because hitbox didn't trigger.
Oh no!
And here I just jumped on the box to avoid the cycle, but I missed the checkpoint. So if I die, I just restart from the beginning.
Fair.
But I'm willing to take the risk. That's okay. Nothing bad can happen. Nothing bad.
It's not.
I'm joking. Everything bad can happen. Everything. This level hates you, and you hate this level. And if you want the pink gem, you have to do this with all the boxes and the bonus level without dying.
Oh no.
Not the bonus. Okay, I want to read this because usually I'm just spinning and jumping, but here I wasn't sure. Why everything is so strange? The cycles don't work like usual. So weird. But the level is finished, so
Very nice.
not a problem. The end was really strange because usually I spin and jump on the platform instead of waiting, and the cycles are different. Okay, so now the run is basically over. I should not say that, but really.
You can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, this level is just a straightforward thing. As you can see, it's one of the classic OG games. You are in the dark and something guides you through the dark. Here it's a mask. In other games, it's like Firefly. Yeah, Firefly.
Yeah.
And so you cannot get double or triple masks here. So a very special mechanic. And I'm willing to keep the mask till the end of the run because of the Cortex fight. And I really hate the Cortex fight. I don't know for other runners. I know there are some runners who don't fear at all the last fight, but I lost too many runs to this fight. So I just use the secure path for this. It doesn't change a lot. I just have to be good. Just get good at the game, and everything will be alright.
Yep, I am not at that stage
Like
yet.
it's easy. Whoa! What? Okay. I did not die, but that was weird. Bumping on the edge of the platform. 3 boxes because of the secret ending. And the level with the most missing boxes. And the last level with masks. So I don't want to die here.
Gotcha.
Yay! I got that.
Ooh, very nice.
I never miss that, but it scares me every time. For some reason. Now we have the 2 masks and we don't want to lose. We really don't want to do the end of the game without masks. It can be done, but
It's just hard.
we are taking a lot of we take a lot of risks. So yeah, let's go. Okay, just spinning here. Okay, up. I'm not sure about my me staying on the platform. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was still on the good timing, but that's okay. Okay. This part was really a problem when I was running because there are a lot of ways to die because of the cycles and the perspective of the platforms. Yeah, here we can do this. It works.
Nice.
We try to... I never reach this box. Why? I just always try to destroy this box and never works. Okay. Here we just wait because it can be really tricky sometimes and trolling. And if I count well, I just, yeah, I would say it will be 88 boxes.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure, but usually it's this. I don't know if I missed. Yeah, I missed 1 box at one moment. After the platform, I stay after the platform, after the spider, I missed a box.
Gotcha.
And now, I promised you something.
Yes.
Remember the green gem?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What?
What level? There is no level. It's
What?
done. That's why I really needed the green gem, because you just passed this level and there's nothing.
I love that.
And you get like 46 lives. I'm too nerdy about this game. Because when I was a child, I just wanted to get this game, and I didn't have it. I had Crash 2 and 3, and I just got this game later. Here you can just make him trigger his thing, and it just cancels the animation. And yeah, I had the solution for the game, and I remember they spoke about the green gem pass on the level, and I think it was 26. I'm not sure. Here, just throw his things. Yeah, there's not skips here instead of the triggering of the animation, cancelling of the animation. But now it will be a fun part. Yeah, you're strong, but your hitbox is bugged.
Oh, that's
Goodbye.
beautiful. It's just like,
Yeah, I'm just staying in the air. It's magic.
Oh my god.
And now we are entering the very last level of the game already.
Love it.
And it's press forward level mostly. If you try to do the relics for the Insane Trilogy, this level is intended to be done just pressing forward for the Platinum Relic. Except for this part. You never stop because the cycles depend of you don't stopping.
Oh wow.
So I just go forward. Because of this part. Yes.
Nice.
This one is really tricky. I just pinned him because he just destroyed the TNT that was there and opened the gate. Here it's all scripted. You just have to go forward. You don't have to be stressed about that. And here you just wait a bit, jump on this, end of the level. It's my favorite level of the game.
It
love
looks
it.
so stressful, but you're right. You just go forward. I love that.
There are so many parts in the game where you just have to go forward and not thinking about the risk. You can do it, but the game doesn't want you to know. And we are entering the very last boss, so we have two masks. I wanted the two masks because I just go on the edge of the balloon because it's faster to do this, to spin. And you can really gain 1 second just doing that. Because you are spinning the green bullet earlier. So yeah, it seems a bit easy when you know the scripts and stuff. But there is one part which is not scripted, at least for me. I know some people who scripted that part. So that's why I want the math. You can do that. And now that the thing I hate, because of that. What? Okay. And now it will be the time when the bullet will hit Cortex. Time.
GG. That was awesome.
Whew. I think that was a good run.
That was a great run.
Yay! I'm seeing the time now. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is
I
super well done.
forgot to trigger the splitter. I don't know my load last time, but
Let's see here.
it was a good one.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, GG's. And yeah, so give yourself some shout outs. Where can people find you on Twitch? What are you playing? Any other shout outs or love you want to give to people?
Yeah, so you can check me on Twitch. So hashtag au clair de la ligne, just like written. And you can find me as well with this nickname on Bandcamp as well, because my first occupation is making music, and I'm making videos as well. And yes, you can find me on Twitch. I'm playing mostly discovering games, and the other games I'm speedrunning are, for the moment, Little Misfortune, in which I'm waiting to validate the 4 world records for the category.
Oh, jeez, nice.
And I'm running Pikuniku as well, which is as well a 2D platforming game I really like. I have to rerun it because I still have the time to take, but for the moment that's all I'm running. I'm planning to run other stuff maybe. I'm really new to speedrunning. I just started late September 2024.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. That's all I can say. I'd like to make a shout out as well to few French people who highlight speedrunning community as well. So, Elysia, if you're watching this someday, looking forward to see you on your stream.
Yay!
Because I will be on their stream with Little Misfortune in 2 weeks, I think. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, GG's. And there's even a little bit of French in chat for you right now. I don't want to butcher it, so feel free to check back and watch the VOD, watch the chat. But also, in an hour, Happy New Year to you, because you're going to be hitting that soon.
Yay.
So again, GG's one more time to Lynn. So much love for you in the chat. Before we head off, I have two things to say really quickly. And as a reminder, all of your subs, so your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, your gift subs, and any of the bits that you cheer on the GDQ Twitch channel will help support Games Done Quick Hotfix and shows like Express Lane and Awfully Silly. So if you enjoy watching speedruns like this, how about you consider subscribing to the channel so you can get access to our emotes and chat with other subscribers during our replays. And also, if you want to find another way to help support GDQ Hotfix, head over to theyeti.com/AGDQ and check out the most adorable 2024 Season 4 Hotfix shirt. It has all of the shows from 2024 Season 4, and it is super cute. It has Coop, and it is wonderful. I love it. I already have mine pre-ordered. But now we're going to take a quick hydration break, and we come back. We're heading on over to Crash Bandicoot 3. Hello again, gamers, and welcome back to Express Lane. I hope you had a fantastic hydration break. I totally did. Before we go to our next run, I have some more announcements for you. First and foremost, Back to Black 2025, the upgrade to UBAF, will be live from February 6th through the 9th, right here on Games Done Quick Twitch channel. And that's going to be benefiting Race Forward. So you're going to want to catch all of the action and support such an incredible cause. All you have to do is type !BTB in the chat to see the event schedule, and it's filled with bangers. And if you want to find out more about all the Black speedrunning community just type !BAF and you can get all of that info. Also, you're going to want to head over to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to check out the remainder of our Season 4 schedule. And you're going to be checking out the schedule with some in-depth looks at all of this week's runs that are today and tomorrow before we go on break for AGDQ. All right, so we've done the Insane Trilogy with the remaster, but now we are heading forward but back in time to the original Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped any % no item glitch with Potty. So Potty, take it away.
All right. Hello everybody. This is Crash Bandicoot Warped. We're gonna do any percent today, which is just getting every crystal in its intended way. So, yeah, we can start right after I restart the time trial here. I'm doing this to set the run up, the cycles, because PS1 Crash works on global timers. So to make the run start off normally and briskly, we set up the cycles. So we're gonna start 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot 3. We're basically there's a lot of different level gimmicks in this game, a lot of different vehicles. So we're gonna start with a water level because they're the most exciting. So I also turned the sound effects off before I entered the level because that skips every cutscene in the game, which saves about a minute. Saves a massive chunk of time.
Just by
So
turning the sound
yeah,
effect off.
yeah, that's it. If you want to save a minute in your playthrough, just do that.
All right.
uh, so yeah, because I restarted the time trial before starting the run, I know exactly where every enemy obstacle is in this level. So that's the idea of the whole run. I'm basically going to try and play on a pace to where I can know where everything's going to be. So I'm going to try and skip this rotator cycle here. Usually it wants you to go up and around, but you can actually sneak on down beneath it right there like that. And that saves a big chunk of time. It's hard to explain all the vehicle mechanics because the levels reach like a minute. But they repeat themes every now and then, so yeah, that's level 1 already. I mean, pretty chill. But yeah, no item glitch. Basically means it's basically just any percent, except we get the crystals the normal way. Item glitch being a means to get the crystals in an unintended way. Wow, crazy. Just playing every level as the way you'd expect, essentially. First Tiger level to run. So notably on the Tiger, every time you jump, you save 1 frame. So if you jump 30 times in this level, you saved a second. Wow, amazing job. The end of this level features a skip to, if you're a fan of Coco cuddling the tiger, I apologize, but we're gonna try and skip it. That's essentially all this level is. You just tap the jump button until the ending and try and hit the skip. So. So yeah, we just approach. Yeah, go ahead.
I know, it's just the Crash games in general. I loved. Oh, what was that? Wait.
Oh, what? Something happened? So yeah, hit the cuddle skip. We don't cuddle the tiger. Amen. We just get out.
Fair enough.
Yep, we don't need to do that. It's okay.
It always fascinates me to watch people just absolutely destroy these runs because I was such a big fan of Crash as a childhood, and I was not very good. So
these games are hard. Like
they
I
are.
don't blame you. These games are tough. So we're finally normal platforming. How the platforming works in this game is I mainly do slide jumps, but there's like a caveat to it. Every time I'm pressing the jump button, I'm releasing the D-pad, so I'm releasing the direction I'm pressing. For some reason that maintains the sliding speed mid-air, which is not intentional. So you can see with invincibility, I am like absolutely flying. It's actually faster than the running shoes in this game. So when you have invincibility, so you can actually get like all the relics without needing the shoe power up at all. So that's pretty cool. So it's cool that you get to do that throughout the run. Just go extremely quickly.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's a PS1 Crash game, so it has zigzagging, which is anytime you're airborne or sliding, you can rock your thumb back and forth on the D-pad. So like if I'm holding down, I'm rocking it left and right. Because if you alternate diagonals, you gain a lot more speed than just holding a direction normally. So anytime I'm sliding or like in the air, I'm basically wiggling back and forth. So if you see Crash wiggling, that's why. This invincibility is super good. You just get to blow through these TNTs, and any like grass in this stage can just be jumped over and skipped. The grass normally slows you a lot, but you can just fly over it with no speed downside. And the main goal of this invincibility is to jump over this grass right here, which I do accomplish, so that's great. But yeah, sorry if I'm info dumping. There's just a lot to happen, and the run's, really quick, so...
The fact that you're able to info dump and just do everything absolutely cleanly shows this is why you are, if I remember correctly, the world record holder in this category. So
Yeah, semi-recently. I ignored any percent for a while in Warped, but I decided to finally take a stab at it a couple months ago, so...
casual
yeah,
stab at world record gets world record. Love it.
Yeah, no flex or anything.
Nah.
Amazing, exciting jet ski level. These levels are a lot more crazy in like completion, like where you get the boxes. But in any percent, you really just hold X to accelerate and beat the level. Notably, you can turn sharper if you press diagonal, like diagonal down left here, turns sharper as opposed to just holding left. That's the most I can like go in about these levels without like getting boxes. It's so funny. These levels in 80%, so easy, so simple, and then getting the crates, it's like, oh, I gotta write like a 10-page essay on how to play this. But
So there was actually a question from our previous runner when you were talking about how you do the zigzagging. Is that similar to like hop sliding, or is it like two different types of mechanics?
Oh, they're totally different. Hop slide. I actually did run the Insane Trilogy before playing these games, so I'm pretty familiar. Yeah, so hop sliding, your direction, it's pretty irrelevant. You can just hold forward, right? With hop sliding, you just alternate between slide and spin. So like you can alternate between like circle, square, R1, square, whatever. But zigzagging, it's like you're not like quote unquote mashing the D-pad, but you are like wiggling your thumb on the D-pad pretty rapidly. So it's like one of them is more of a rhythm, the other's like, you're kind of just going nuts on it. I don't know.
Like a workout of
sorts. Yeah, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So first boss, Tiny Tiger. I'm actually gonna not skip this cutscene instantly because if you do, the music doesn't play. So, did I get the music to trigger? I think I did, yeah. So normally in bosses you hold triangle to instantly skip their like opening cutscene, whatever. But for some reason with Tiny, it just mutes the music. So I'll lose like 0.2 seconds to play the song,
Some things like that are kind of worth it.
Yeah, it's, I don't want to just sit here in silence. It's okay. I do it in my runs, but yeah. You can just stand on the top left up here, and you can't get hit by the lions at all. So that's about it. This fight's auto-scroller.
So are Tiny's jumps scripted, or is he pretty much just kind of follow Crash?
He follows you. He does a certain amount per phase. So he does, I believe, 4 in phase 1, then 5, and then 6.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we got a power up there, Super Body Slam. We never use it a single time, so it's fantastic.
So worth it.
Yeah. So run starts to pick up a bit. Tomb Time is pretty standard level though. Notably, you do get invincibility here. Invincibility is very important in any percent. It's really fast. It also holds open any potential cycles that can stop you. So like in this level, there's these doors that close. But if you have invincibility, they stay open for you. So another benefit of having triple. I'm just going to jump this gap and ignore the switch there because neutral slide jump is very strong. So yeah, we get triple, and now these doors up here stay open for us, which is pretty great.
Nice.
Use the oil there to jump all the way to the button. Oil in these games is basically like ice from Crash 2, if you're familiar. Sliding gets accelerated speed, so I can actually carry the momentum there by jumping when I land. Pretty cool. We don't need this switch either. We can just do this, like,
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that there. Just skip it.
For us casual players that are already like panicking at every single job.
Yeah, no. It's, please have faith, please, please. This is probably the first hard level in the run, Hang 'em High. The Arabian levels are pretty tough overall. It's another case of get invincibility and go really fast, but has some tricky jumps in it. These monkey bars, you go way faster on if you have invincibility. It loses like 7 or 8 seconds if you don't have triple on this level, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You can slide off this tarp, there you go, like that, to get some extra speed. So I can actually get to the end of these bars before the invincibility wears off, which is really great. No slowdown then. Yep, good.
Very nice.
See if we can jump that. Good, good. I'll grab the check because I'm scared.
You're not acting
Skip
like
that
it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, don't be.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. I did take a hit, but the next level there is a backup mask. It only loses a couple seconds, so I'll just grab that. No big deal. Didn't die, so fantastic. G-Wiz is pretty chill, you know, just get invincibility. The medieval levels are really wide, don't have very many hazards, so they're actually relatively safe. So I do have to wait here for this mask because I got hit in the last level. Amateur mistake on my part. You know. Yes. If the holes are small enough, you can actually slide over them without falling in, so I did on that pit back there. Yeah, you just...
You mentioned,
go ahead, sorry.
like you started with the Insane trilogy before you moved to the OGs.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to try the original ones, and then like between the two, since the mechanics are a little bit different, like do you have a preference between the originals and the remastered?
Yeah, it's like, okay, so I'm like a Crash 2 and 3 fan. I'm not big on Crash 1, right? So, the Insane trilogy in general, well, first off, it's on PC, and at the time my computer was quite bad, so my load times were long. I had like frame rate issues and stuff. But besides that, the Insane trilogy has just slight physics things that I don't like that much. If you bounce on a box or like an enemy, you actually slow down. So like any airspeed, you're like punished for bouncing on stuff. It's like, which makes box breaking really weird. There's just some small things in it that this game doesn't do. Also, zigzag is really fun. Like, it makes it so there's like infinite skill ceiling and stuff. And in Insane Trilogy, there is no zigzag. So it was like been there, done that with that game. Like, eventually, I played it a lot, and then I moved on. You know, so
I gotcha.
These games just have a lot more potential to me. They're more fun, like more creative, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
do we get to see the cuddle this time around?
Of course not. Well, maybe. Okay, maybe if I mess it up.
Wow.
So we're actually going to use a mask to jump off this enemy, jump on this flagpole, and then if I did it right, we'll land on the railing and slide out of the level. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we don't cuddle the tiger ever. Imagine doing that.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that one's awesome. It's not awesome when I mess it up, but when I hit it, it's great. So bike level now. First bike level? Yeah, there's 3 of them. So, another thing about this game that I like more. You can actually, believe it or not, so these levels, they have like boost pads, and Crash goes into like a wheelie. As soon as I hit a boost pad here, I'm going to hold the wheelie the entire stage. So a cool thing about the boosting in this game is you can actually tap the brake button slightly and not lose your wheelie. The Insane Trilogy, as soon as you press brake, it dies. Like, you lose wheelie instantly. So sometimes if you take a turn too late, you can like kind of slow down, but not lose all your speed, if you know what I'm saying. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna hold the wheelie the entire stage. Hog Ride lets you do that, the other 2 don't. So yeah, we're just gonna win. I don't know. The race is over. Amazing. pretty chill.
Love the shades on Crash right there.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's great. Very 90s, yeah. Alright, so Dingo Dial, would you believe me if I said we don't do this boss the intended way? Wow, crazy. So there's a unintended like exploit you can do called the glitched high jump, where you jump slightly higher than intended, and you just do that by slide jumping but spinning right when you leave the ground. So I'm actually jumping. You normally can't jump over this wall, but with the glitched high you can. So yeah, we just jump over and Dingo Dial does absolutely nothing, so that's cool. We do get to
Oh.
watch Crash dance though, so that's nice.
That was clean.
Yeah. Easy boss. There's a couple bosses that are like kind of hard, but they're either auto scroller or like a bit difficult. So yeah. So Warp 2. The run gets real now. I would say the run gets real. Hub 3. I think Hub 3 in both categories is the hardest part of the game. Even casually, if you're trying to beat the game, you have a hard time in Warp Room 3. Every level is just hard. I don't know why they did that. It's crazy.
It's always something.
Yeah. Deep Trouble. So normally, if I'm doing like PB attempts, I'll know where all the stuff is, but I haven't really been keeping track this run, so I don't know where everything is. But it's okay. It's no big deal. This rotator's on a good cycle, so that's great. Just want these electric rotators to be on cycles where I don't have to wait on them, basically. These drains, notably, are a proximity cycle, so they're actually not tied to the global timer. They're instead tied to when they spawn in, which is pretty unique. Not a lot of things in this game do that. So they're always the same. That's cool. Like the fish right there, that's global. The sharks are global. Rotator's global. But these guys always are the same, so that's nice, at least. And we can actually manage to skip this one right here by going fast enough, not getting hit. Yeah, so nice. Very good. So this part's a bit scary looking, but I promise it's not that bad. We're just gonna boost through here and, you know, we're fine. That hit's irrelevant, it's okay. So if I knew where that fish was, I could have dodged it, but I have no idea. So, it's okay though. We don't lose a mask or anything.
Just gonna yellow that fish, it's fine.
Yeah, it's no big deal if it hits you, you don't lose a mask. This is probably the hardest level in the game, not even gonna front. This level is tough, it's so tough. You get invincibility, but yeah,
All right,
might have to focus.
Chat, you know what to do. Energy. I need to see it.
Yeah, we'll see. So, firstly, we try and skip these bars by jumping up here. Nice. So we just skip these monkey bars entirely. Hard part is coming though. That's just I don't know the word. I can't think of the word. An appetizer, sure.
Fair.
You get triple and you do this movement. Holy. Okay, that was great. Sorry, I'm trying to not die. This level's hard. This ending can be taken really risky. I might not, depending on how it lines up, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Yep. Out of there. Very good. So the invincibility wears off right when I get to the ending. It was a bit sketchy, but I didn't die, so that means it's fast, right? If you don't die, it's fast.
That looks amazing. I don't know about sketchy, but yeah. You have a friend in chat saying Potty is the king. He needs no hype. Fair.
I guess. Whatever. You can cheer if you want, like. Yes, a doubleheader. A doubleheader has these enemies. They're kind of weird. You can actually land if you don't have invincibility. That is, you can actually land on them and like slide off of their heads. Like when you land on them, you're normally supposed to jump on them. They fall over. But if you land on them before they fall, you can actually like slide off of them. So I'm actually going to do that at the end of the level. Fun fact about this level. When you load into it and Crash like jumps out of the portal, sometimes the game just freezes. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
Same.
Yeah, I had a backup save, but it's like this level's really laggy because of the rain. Any Crash level on PS1 with rain, it's so laggy, and sometimes the game can't take it whenever you spawn in. So
Makes
To be
sense.
fair, it hasn't happened to me in like a couple months, but it has killed my runs before, so it's fun.
I'll say,
So yeah,
don't you
that's guy
runners
right
curse
here.
this?
Yeah, yeah. There's only one more spot the game can freeze. Don't worry.
Oh,
Only one
okay.
more.
That one
Yeah,
spot is eyeing you so hard right now.
I know, I know. Yeah, so we still have 2 masks, which is great. Dynamite is probably the easiest level in the warp room. They give you a mask right at the beginning, so good for me. Just get triple and go. These fish enemies do actually like stop your momentum if you touch them with triple, so you actually want to jump over them while they're not spinning. If they're chilling, then you can just run into them, no big deal. But yeah, any spinning or whatever, you just bounce off them, so it's a bit awkward. This level has the baby dinosaur in it that you can ride. We're just ignoring him though. I apologize. Like, please don't get upset with me. It's just slow to hatch him, basically. You have to hatch him out the egg and then get on him. If he was already hatched, you could get on him though, and it would be fine. But sadly,
Hatching requires time and effort.
yeah, he'll be in the egg forever. Hate to say it.
With enough lava, you can get some like scrambled eggs or something.
Yeah.
Actually, quick question checks. In looking at your speedrun.com profile,
Yeah.
do you run the 100% category in this? Because I've noticed you run a lot of Crash.
Yeah, I've mainly done Crash since I started speedrunning. No other game, like no other series like hits the same itch, I guess. Like I just don't get the same replayability out of other games. Yeah, I ran the completion category for this game for a long time, probably like a year and a half or so. And then any percent, as I said, I picked up like 2 months ago, and I was like, okay, well, let's just play it, right? I ran Crash 2 for a long time, and then I always trash talked this game when I did. I was like, oh, it's so boring, just drive, whatever. And then I switched to it, and I was like, wait, wait, this game's sick.
I regret saying.
Nah, but like I love Crash 2. It's my favorite out of all of them. But the run for 3 is just so chill. Like when it isn't stressful, you know, it has downtime where you can actually relax a bit.
No, that makes sense.
I appreciate it a lot for that. But yeah, 105% for this game. It's probably my favorite thing I've ever ran. It's just so fun. It's really long, like it's like 2 hours, but it's still great.
Again, for those that might not be accustomed to Crash, 105% is 5% more than one would anticipate. So what is that extra 5%?
Yeah, so that's just like a thing of like 90s games in general. They love putting like extra percent. I don't know why. But there is an actual reason. There's 2 secret levels in the game. Oh, by the way, I used skipping a ramp with the boost pad here. I'm also skipping this ramp because ramps kill your wheelie, so I'm actually just going around. So that's pretty cool.
Fair.
This game has 2 secret levels, 2 levels that are not in the 6th warp room, yada yada. They each have a relic and a gem, so that's 4 extra items. That's the extra 4. And then if you get everything in the game, you get another gem in the hub world from Coco, so that's the extra 5. So those 5 extra collectibles are 105, I guess. So.
Gotcha.
But it's basically 100. They just like being cute, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, that's warp 3. Cool. We have entropy still. Entropy's similar to Tiny, where like the music is muted if you skip the cutscene, but after phase 1, it comes back. I don't know. So like. When I hit him at the end of this phase, the music will turn back on. So yeah, with neutral slide jump, we can just skip this. Normally he makes a bridge for you, but you can just jump over. So we're gonna lose a mask here. Actually, first off, you can stand on these, so we're gonna jump over to him, and we're gonna take damage on this projectile because the way he works is that he starts this laser pattern after his final projectile gets destroyed, so normally it would hit the edge of the screen behind you. But if you hit it yourself, it deletes automatically, so he starts the laser phase earlier. Saves about 2.5. But I want this mask for Warp 4, so I'm just waiting here. So I'm just down here waiting.
Just casually waiting underneath the lava. That's fine.
Yeah, nothing can hurt me. I'm just fine. Game is so silly.
I love it.
So we actually get a useful power-up from this boss, which is nuts. Death Tornado Spin. Basically it gives us a hover. It's going to come in handy in future levels. But yeah, that's Warp 3. It went pretty well. Didn't die in high time, so can't complain. Warp Room 4 starts with the least eventful stage, so it's like 2.5 minutes. We can just talk about anything. I don't mind.
Yeah, and actually
Whatever you want.
somebody mentioned, it was kind of alluded to or it answered, but for those secret levels, how do you get to them if they're not in the hub? And the answer was mentioned secret methods in levels?
Yeah, so in that bike level road crash I was just in, there's a sign on the side of the road that has an alien symbol on it. And if you run into it and knock the sign down, you get warped to a secret level, which is
oh my god, I love that.
interesting. I never found that as a kid. That's the only thing I never found. Then more arbitrarily in Dynamite, which I was just in, both secret levels are in Warp 3 for some reason. Dynamite has one specific pterodactyl. It doesn't make a special noise. It doesn't look different. There's just one pterodactyl in the level where if you die to it, it takes you to a secret level.
What?
So
okay.
I found it as a kid because I sucked and I just ran into it and died on accident. So.
Oh my god, I love
yeah,
that.
I just feel like those exist to like sell like, you know, Game Informer or something. Like they're just so vague. I don't know.
Brady Games calling it a favor.
Yeah, I'm just holding X doing nothing, so I'm just steering until I win. I don't know. Notably need to not take damage, but hopefully I can accomplish that.
Here. Yeah, I could totally see someone's like, oh yeah, well, or the adding to the whole like being able to sell things, kids like talking about the game, and then one mentioning, oh hey, I found this one, like I hit an alien and stuff happens, like what? And they're going back to like Blockbuster to re-rent the game.
I always saw it and I never thought like, oh, I should run into that. I just thought it was like, you know, because there is a bike level in the game called Area 51, but it's not in the any percent. It's like a post-game level. So if that was the secret, it would make sense, but it's not. So
there's one the one dev that created that level is just like rubbing their hands together. It's like, yup, I got everybody good.
pretty much. Like you had me. Tomb Raider, probably the second hardest level. Basically the gimmick of this level is that water rises and falls, and it insta-kills you if you are too deep into it. Really hard level if you're new, extremely difficult. And invincibility plays a huge factor here, because the water never rises if you have triple, so we are going to use that to blaze through a lot of the level. So now that we have the invincibility, while we are invincible, the water can never come back up. So we're going to try and get through as much as we can here. And hopefully not die later. The end of this level's a bit sketchy, but be able to show a cool strat if I can do it. Surely I can, I believe. So yeah, invincibility's gone, so the water will come back up soon. But we get to this part, so we're totally fine. And the water is just high enough, or low enough, that I don't drown there. So, so I'm going to use this crate to go over this door. Yep, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, and we just get on out of Tomb Raider. That went well. Very
Love it.
happy about that. Fantastic. That level is hard, by the way. It looked easy, but
Yeah, I was about to say, your
promise.
definition of hard and my definition of hard are apparently two
Yeah,
definitions.
like, no, that level takes hours and hours of practice. And a lot of knowledge as well. It's tough, really tough. Right into Future Frenzy. These lasers are really obnoxious, I guess. Sometimes you get cycles where the lasers are not in your way at all. You can just go through the level, straight line, you know, easy. And then you get this, where you have to jump around like half of them, so. But at least I don't take damage. There's another mask in this level, another invincibility, so taking damage there probably loses like 7 or something, so good for me not getting hit. Using this checkpoint to go over this. Normally they want you to crawl under, but it's really slow, to be honest, so I'm just not gonna do that.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what's the worst level in this game, and why is it Road Crash?
Yeah, okay, yeah, Road Crash is extremely... I was like talking about my life story during that level, but that level is really hard casually. You have to have a very, very good understanding of how the bike controls to not have a bad time there. It's very common for new runners to just lose the race in that level. Extremely hard, yeah. That's why Warp 3 is so hard, right? It has like high time, deep trouble, Road Crash in it. It's a nightmare, man. It's tough.
That's fair.
It's actually the only bike level that loops around. Like, you could do a whole lap on that track, and it actually... The finish line is at the beginning. For some reason, it's the only... So the turning in that level is really sharp. There's a lot of hard turns. The rest of the levels are like straight lines, but Road Crash is like a circle. It's weird.
Okay.
Sphinxinator, similar to Tomb Time, where invincibility skips doors. Pretty nice. Notice that invincibility is so important in this run. Like, if I don't get triple in these levels, I'm waiting everywhere. Like, so important to not take damage. Yeah, these doors here just stay open for me.
That was a jump.
Oh yeah, that was a jump. Whoops.
What?
Yeah, that was a jump. Sorry.
What?
Oh wow, that door shut on me. Yeah. Well, that was an unfortunate cycle. It closed right on me, but that happens. I don't know where I am global timer-wise, so that's fair. Sometimes that just happens. Yeah, you do just clear that gap, huh? Whoops. So second nature, I didn't even notice. Like, yeah, we wait on this platform. We can actually skip this one and just use the Death Tornado Spin to hover over. So.
Actually, when you talk about the global cycles, is there ways to tell throughout the run, like, where you are in the global cycle, or just yes, I'm on it, or no, I'm not?
There are signals early. You can like use your splits. Like, I can just tell based on what I get in splits where I am, or I could when I ran the category. I derusted like today, so
Nice.
I've been playing 105 lately, but yeah, normally I'd see like a fish in deep trouble, and I'm like, okay, I know where I am. You know, it's like just experience. You just have to play a lot.
Okay.
Airplane level, bye bye blimps. You just shoot the 7 blimps down and you win. So. Kind of awkward to aim. The Insane Trilogy does give you a reticle, which is nice, but in this game it's like, good luck, just try your best. They are proximity based, so you can't shoot them across the map or anything. You have to have them spawn in, because, you know, PS1 has to load stuff and whatnot.
Of course.
But yeah, you just have to make sure you're aiming around the bottom half or the middle, because they do actually sink if you do damage to them. They slightly lower. So if you aim at the top, they'll start going too low, and then you start missing, and it's like, oh my god, what do I do?
Gotcha.
Yeah, that level's pretty chill. This is actually, oh wait, dude, end of Hub 4, the only hard boss in the game. Oh my gosh.
Alright.
So, Engine's a nightmare, kind of. He has 2 phases. Phase 1, he has like a midsection you have to shoot. That's what you want to prioritize first. If you line it up well, you can break it right away, which I like kind of did. Then you want to destroy the guns after. You basically want to destroy the middle, chip at the shoulders, and then get the guns as soon as they come out. It doesn't really matter if I take damage in this phase, because phase 2 is not very dangerous.
Gotcha.
That was okay. Right here, this is RNG, where he sways at the start of the fight. Actually matters a lot. Hopefully he swings upwards, he swings downwards. Unlucky, that's okay. If he swings in a way that's favorable, you can actually shoot and kill both side parts in one cycle. See, I didn't get it there, so I have to break it now. So that's RNG. Oh well, you know, I'll live.
Yeah.
Probably lost like 2 seconds.
Rip, run it back. All that.
Yeah. Might be a reset. And then you just take out the top parts, no big deal. This was actually the part that could have crashed also. Sometimes if you destroy the top parts, like, I don't know how it works, but sometimes when you break the top parts, the game will just freeze. It's happened to me like twice ever, so it's pretty rare, but didn't happen, so amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Warp 5, end of the game, final 5 stages. Warp 5 is hard. Didn't talk up Warp 3 just because it's the only hard part of the game. Warp 5 is super tough. So we have no masks, because Engine takes your masks. Plane levels take them, so Bye Bye Blooms took them, and then Engine takes them as well. So we have no masks currently. But that's okay. We don't need them that badly, right? So we do get one here. Bug lights gimmick, you can't see. You know, you have to grab fireflies. It's like a gimmick they like doing in PS1 OG Crash, like timed darkness sections. Like all 3 games have one.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to damage on this guy to keep this door open. Iframes also apply to cycles staying open, so damage on there. I damage there because I get 3 masks here anyways, so there's no point to not damage abuse in that spot. But yeah, invincibility, you know the drill, right? You just go through all the doors and they stay open. Easy peasy. And yeah, notably, like I said, in midair, I'm not holding any directions. I need to make sure I'm aiming in the right spot. I don't fall into a pit or something. You can move after the apex of the jump, but the initial, like, rise, I'm not holding a direction, basically. The speed starts to peter out after the apex of the jump. But yeah, that bug light's great. Still have 2 masks, so absolutely chilling. This run's great, by the way. This run's awesome.
Actually, 2 quick questions. One, I think is getting answered, but we'll just have the official answer here. Are you playing with D-pad or an analog stick?
I'm using a D-pad. My controller has no analog sticks.
Nice, nice. And
Yep.
the other question that I noticed that you're not going in numerical order. Is there just a reason for why you do them in the order that you do, or just YOLO?
Yeah. So some levels have. Some levels don't have masks, right? Some levels have like 1 mask or something. Some have like 3. So you want to prioritize whichever level has masks for you. So I enter Warp 5 with 0, right? And Bug Light has 4. So I go there and get my masks and leave. This level, Gone Tomorrow, and the other platforming level have 1 each. I think Flaming has 0, never mind. They have very little, is what I'm trying to say. So I'll look at this strat right here. Spin here, and then NSJ over that. Oh yeah, that's great. Amazing.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just for masks, really. Sometimes for cycle reasons, like sometimes... That's why I go to Deep Trouble to start a Hub 3. Because if I'm on a good pace, the rotator is, like, in my favor, basically. It depends on either cycles or mask amount. Like, if I got hit in a level, I might go to a different stage than normal to get a mask, you know what I mean? So.
Oh, alright.
Warped is kind of flexible. Unless you're, like, tippy top runner, then, yeah, if you mess up ever, you have to reset, which is fun.
Gotcha.
But, you know, if you have flexibility, it's great for that.
You get it?
That Gone Tomorrow was fine. Flaming Passion, 3rd hardest level, maybe? They give you no mask. The level's quite laggy. I didn't really mention lag that much in this run, because it's kind of lame to talk about, but basically some parts of levels like load a lot of stuff in, which causes a little bit of lag, and let's say you press the jump button on the frame where the game lags, oh, your jump doesn't come out, you die, basically. Like, that can happen. PS1, all PS1 Crash games have this issue, so you'll be on the run of your life, and then Crash doesn't jump, and all of a sudden you're in Warp 1 again, so that's tough. Oh, that part was really cool, by the way, sorry. That part was sick.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah. But yeah, no damage so far, so I'm basically out of here. Sometimes you get really unfavorable carpets, fires, enemies, but overall this was pretty playable. So I leave without any damage. So that's great. Really good level. Yeah, awesome. So that's all the platforming in this run. We're done platforming. Now we just drive. Amazing. 2 vehicle levels left. Mad Bombers, this level is extremely hard. Very, very difficult. If you mess up even slightly in this level, you're talking like plus 15, plus 10, depending. Like, you just lose your run in this level if you mess up ever so slightly. So I'm flying in a very specific way here to catch all the airplanes on certain points of their rotation, because they all move on a separate path. So I'm basically trying to catch them all as soon as possible without having too much downtime. Because if they get really split up, you can be in this level for like a couple minutes sometimes I've seen, where like you just can't catch up to them because you're pretty slow, like relative to them. You're not slower, but you're pretty slow.
Gotcha.
So you just want to catch them whenever they are relatively close. Also, the enemy airplanes do a lot of damage. I am actually relatively low for this point in the level, so that's a bit scary, but hopefully it's fine. Yeah, so it's all about this last plane here. If I can catch it on this turn. I got trolled a little bit there, but maybe it's okay. So I want to shoot it from here if I can. Oh, barely out of range, man. Yeah, so I'm slightly too far back to catch it there. That's okay. Yeah, so that's probably like plus 10 because I was too slow. But that's
Still.
okay. Yeah, it's still good. Like, the idea is you kill that plane at that point in time, not like after the fact. So I'm happy I didn't die though, because 60% is really low HP for that part of the stage. So good. Orange Asphalt last level before final boss, so going pretty smoothly. Notably easier than Road Crash by a lot. Way easier. Weirdly, the dirt on the sides of the level has a smaller like hitbox. Normally, if you go in the dark dirt, you get slowed down, and it still works in this level as well. But the hurt box on it is way like right there. If it was any other level, I would have slowed down. Yeah, so I don't know why they did that, but it's the only bike level in the game that does that.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna do. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do a whole skip here. Look at this. Look at
All
this. See this ramp? Yeah, I don't need that. I'll just go over it and keep the wheelie. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, sir. What?
Yeah. So the ramp would take my wheelie away, and I want to keep it. So I'm just gonna go over the hole right there. There's a few holes where you can do that. More at the end of the level if I can do it properly. That'd be cool if I did. I'm kind of bad at the strat, but we'll see. We'll see. See, I'm cutting these turns really tight because the dirt just lets me. It doesn't slow me down, so I just get to do that. And we're like miles ahead of second place. There's no chance we lose. I could like fall in a hole and still win. So, you know,
Nice.
turns out keeping boost longer than normal is a bit overpowered.
Funny how that works.
Yeah. So now I'm going to. I hope that's okay. I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't, oh well. Yeah, so we skip over the holes here and don't touch the ramps at all. That was almost too far left to work, but it worked, so we're good. Amazing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. That orange asphalt was great. That's like above average for me, so I hope,
Very
you
nice.
enjoyed it. Yeah. Cortex, final boss. Part auto-scroller, part RNG nightmare, basically. So the way this fight works is he'll shoot at you a couple times, and then after his third shot, he will throw mines on the ground. He throws 5 of them. The third, fourth, and fifth throw, I would like them to be far away from where he is on the map, because that means I can hit him off his board sooner. Yeah, he's chucking them. That's good. So I can just hit him off right away and do damage. So the point, you just spin him off of his board and then toss him into the pit. So if all the mines are like in that area, you can't get him in the pit without risking your life, right? So
Oh, I gotcha.
yeah, ideally you want him to give you some leeway. Sometimes he doesn't, but that phase was decent. There is a cool strat you can do on phase 3. Hopefully I can show that working well, I guess. Time does end whenever I close the menu after picking up the shoes power-up, so that'll be time. I'll just let you know.
Alright.
So yeah, phase 3, the mask's like smack into each other and then hover for a bit and explode. So you can actually use this explosion to destroy the mines, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna stand in a particular spot. And if Cortex throws mines here, they explode basically, which gives me a little more RNG like leeway. Yeah, time is coming up, so 3, 2, 1, time.
GG's.
Man, on my splits that says 44:32, which is 30 seconds off my PB, less than 28 seconds off my PB or something.
Basically,
36. Yeah.
4, 4,
About 30 seconds. That's great. This is fantastic.
Yeah, that was fantastic. You said it, yeah,
it's
fantastic.
Incredible.
Yeah, absolute GG's. Potty, where can people find you? What are you streaming? Any other shout outs you got? 'Cause you got a whole crew of people here cheering you on.
Well, I believe it or not, I stream this game most days. If you want to see me run 105%, you can see me on twitch.tv/potty. Mostly every day. I've been trying to just keep on lowering 105%. It's a great run. I really enjoy playing it. Thanks to all my good friends for being here and supporting. Yeah, it means a lot. Oh wow, that was almost a top 5 run, actually.
Oh wow,
that's crazy. barely. Wow. Yeah, I'm really happy about how that went. Glad I could show the game off to people. Hope you all enjoyed it. It means a lot. People checking it out. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, you definitely hit the nostalgia bug for sure, and so much love in chat. So again, thank you for coming on. I hope you have a fantastic new year. One more time.
You too.
One more time, GG's for Potty Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Before we go on to break, all right, I give this little challenge to all of our wonderful friends in chat. And what you need to do during this break is join the official GDQ Discord and add that hotfix role. That way you can keep tabs on all the upcoming events, talk with staff, and more. To do that, I need the first person, the bestest friend, to put !Discord in that Twitch chat for more info. While you're doing that, Hello again, gamers, and welcome back to the final game of the final episode of Express Lane for 2024. Before we head on to that, I always have more announcements. This time 2 more. First and foremost, GDQ's next all-women and femmes speedrunning event, Frost Fatales 2025, will be live from March 9th through March 16th. It'll be benefiting the National Women's Law Center. Head over to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more information on the event, and it's going to be amazing. Also, if you missed out on any of our shows or events, head over and check out the VODs at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you're watching over at YouTube, hello from the past. Why don't you come and watch us live? Head over to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick and check out Hotfix as it's happening so you can chat with us and have a great time. But looking at our runs for the day, we have one more game with 2 runs showing off Crash Team Racing. First run first. Words are always hard for me. Is going to be any percent, no major glitches from Galaxian. So Galaxian, hello.
Howdy everyone. So yeah, I'm Galaxian. I have been running this game probably since like the middle of 2018, start of 2019. And I started originally as time trialer, so you'll see a lot of time trial strats that most people don't do. So I think that'll be fun. It'll be a good time. And with me, I have my commentator, Part 2. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Part 2. I am a relatively newer runner. I actually only started running this game like earlier this year, back in March. I started with any percent NMG speedruns and moved into time trials, and now I'm kind of more of a skipless specialist nowadays.
Awesome.
Yo. Yeah, all right. So we can just get into the run, and we can it's not a lot to explain really. So in terms of like introducing the concept, so we can just get right into it, I suppose.
Sounds
so
like a plan.
let's see how accurate I will be with the countdown during the load, because it starts on first movement. So I'm gonna say when I say go, and then start the timer. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. I was a little late, but that's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So as is typical for Crash games, it has a very riveting and exciting plot. So in Alien is basically tasking its citizens or the citizens of Earth to race him for the fate of the planet, or he'll turn it into a parking lot. So basically, we have to race through all 16 tracks in adventure mode and get the trophies, and then we get to race Oxide at the end. That is the villain's name. So yeah, that's the name of the game basically. Running through, playing the game as God intended. So yeah, you'll see that I am doing a lot of sideways drifting. This is always how it's been introduced in any kind of marathons and online events. So basically, you'll see I'll be holding. I hold R1, and you'll see at the bottom right there is a meter that fills up while I am drifting. And the goal is to hit the opposite shoulder button when the meter is red, but ideally when it's as full as you can get it, and it will basically give us more what we call reserves, which allow the speed to maintain for longer. And so essentially we are getting as many full mini turbos so we can have the speed for as long as possible, and it counts down every frame, so it's just a constant like maintenance to make sure we maintain the speed that we get. And that is the first race. It's a very riveting race. The second one introduces another pivotal mechanic in the game called speed ghosts, and
If you don't mind, I'll take over the explanation for Speed Ghosts if you like.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, how Speed Ghosts work is basically when this game detects that you are going downhill, you get a bit of a speed boost, and that's functionally what we end up calling a Speed Ghost. Maintaining the Speed Ghost for as long as possible is a lot of what ends up making a lot of these tracks way faster. Ruse Tubes is probably one of the best examples of how much you can see. Like, as you see, like, as soon as Galaxian went down that first downhill, you might notice his speedometer went all the way into the red. That's when you know that you have a good Speed Ghost going.
This was pretty good. Yeah, so this track has two main sort of Speed Ghosts, or SG. I'll call it SGs for short, because Speed Ghosts is a mouthful. But yeah, there's two main parts. This big downhill here, and then the one at the start, which isn't as big. But yeah, basically, we do a whole lot of jumping, which some games call bunny hopping. CTR is quirky. We called it froggying. Our naming schemes for a lot of things were very segmented back in the day from like every other gaming community. That's my explanation for why things are interestingly named. But yeah, you'll basically see a whole lot of froggying to maintain the speed, because you lose speed slower when you're in the air because you have less friction. So yeah, that's basically the name of the game, is the concept of reserves and speed management and speed ghosts. And it's a very delicate balancing act, because as you might assume, when you're froggying, you're not boosting. So essentially you want to build up reserves to be able to keep your speed up, or your reserves up, your fire level up, so that when you're not froggying, when you don't have a speed ghost, you maintain your speed. So I didn't get it. That's a time trial strat. But yeah, so yeah. What were we gonna say?
Something else that I wanted to also mention regarding reserves and how boosting in general works is that there are several levels of boosting that we have in the game. The three that are most relevant is green, yellow, and sacred fire. The first one, green fire, is just the speed that you get from a single mini turbo. You're usually not trying to stay in that for very long. Yellow fire is what you get after you perform 3 mini turbos in a row. And then finally, sacred fire is what you get after going over a ramp. And for as long as you have reserves, you will maintain the highest level of speed for as long as you have reserves.
Yeah, and you could tell when I have the fastest fire level because it has the largest flame behind it. So right now I have it. You get the highest speed from turbo pads, and whenever you get a jump height, that is 150 on that jump meter in the bottom right. So right now I want to maintain this speed for ideally the entire race, and that can prove challenging when you're implementing more advanced speed to go stuff. Unfortunately, I did not get what we call Tom SG at the start of each lap. It's named that after a time trial player who, I don't know if they found it, but it's named after them, so that's cool. But yeah, I didn't get it, so it looked slower because it was slower, but sometimes hard strats don't pan out how you wanted them to. Although I did the most insane, wall avoidance on lap 1. I don't know if anyone noticed how close to that wall I was, but I did not lose fire. I was genuinely shocked.
That was cool.
Yeah. You instantly lose all of your reserves if you touch a wall for, any amount of time.
Yeah. It's very punishing. This game is just, in general, very punishing. If you don't get something, or you mess up a tiny bit, it changes the flow completely in terms of how you have to approach things. Like, if I miss 2 mini turbos, the reserves are completely different than how I was initially planning them, and so I'll have to either cut out frogging a speed ghost for as long as I would have liked to, or, maybe skip frogging it entirely, or what have you. So, it's a lot of, going in with a game plan and trying to stick to it as best as you can and adapt depending on what happens.
Speaking of having to adapt,
anyways,
by the
this
way,
track, Sewer Speedway,
ends up being one of those courses where if everything goes right, it's great. Those barrels that we're driving past do not get in the way. However, if your speed changes in any conceivable way, the barrels are not going to be where you expect them to be.
Yeah,
Jeez.
And sometimes if you're faster than you were expecting to be, then they'll still be in the way, and you got punished for being good. It's really awesome. Yeah, right now.
How dare you?
What's even worse is in time.
I lost fire.
Yeah. What's even worse is in time trials, where these are some of the only hazards in the game that are completely on a global cycle, which means every time you restart the course, they're going to be in a different position. God.
Yeah. It's actually sometimes very dreadful when you're time trialing, because you can't help it, because the barrels are exactly on the space you want to be. Because you might have noticed I was getting pretty insane speed on the walls in this next section, and for some reason you drive on it, you just get insane speed, and then I probably get that. And this one, drive on the wall, ooh, that was too high. That is unfortunate. The other lap showed it, but unfortunately, when I mention it, that's when my brain decides to not get it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, the first boss. But yeah, what do you say?
It's essentially just tricking the game into giving us a speed ghost on the wall.
Yeah, because as long as you're on the wall with a certain angle and on it for long enough, it'll give you the speed, because it considers it like a massive downhill. And yeah, you just jump off it at the right time, and then you get yeeted off with insane speed, and it looks super sick when it works. But yeah, the first boss race of the run, Ripperoo, it's basically just Roo's tubes, but he's spamming TNTs behind him, and Yeah, that's about it. It doesn't change a whole lot, but what was nope.
Something I
Yeah,
noticed when I was looking at the. Sorry.
no, you can go. I was gonna say people can ask questions.
Oh, yeah, actually, I was looking at the speedrun.com leaderboard for CTR when I had found you, and I noticed, like, there's character options, and the two big ones that I see are speed and acceleration. Um, like, who is the acceleration character? And I'm noticing a trend of speed being, well, speedier than acceleration. Just personal preference, or
Yeah, so
once I
back in
looked
the
at the character
day,
options?
Excel was thought to be faster because of some later tracks being insanely difficult to do with speed
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact, like don't turn great. And so for a long time, people thought Excel was faster and they played Excel. And then eventually some brave souls decided to try labbing out speed, and I ended up finding that they actually saved time if you played well and did the right strats. And so they save roughly 20-ish seconds over Excel. So
Oh,
the
wow.
speed characters are, in adventure mode anyways, Dingo Dial and Tiny. And the Excel characters are Coco and Engine. And there are more than those characters, but you can't use them in adventure mode because you only have to access the base state.
Well,
But
also,
yeah, so Excel is like they're a fine choice in terms of because you can still get really good times with them because losing 20 seconds or so means that you could still like get within range of world record to an extent if you really wanted to push them to that degree. Like you could get a 48 with Excel in this category. No one has, but
Okay.
I mean, maybe someday.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible, so that might be enough motivation to
I,
stop
I'm
one
actually
someday.
I'm actually an acceleration runner myself, so if I
Ah.
end up getting that good, maybe one day I might be able to do it, but I'm still a ways away from that.
Is it hard actually? And since you are acceleration, have you considered switching to speed, or when you do make the switch between the two, like how difficult was it to adjust your strats?
Pretty difficult actually. The way that the stats shake out is that speed characters tend to perform well on the earlier tracks of the game, like most of the ones in Hub 1 and Hub 2, but in the later courses of the game, it's much easier to maintain a good line with acceleration characters. But
Okay.
because the way that acceleration stats work out is that they have slightly better turning, but the second highest speed in the game, alongside their maxed out acceleration stat. So
That makes sense.
they don't end up losing all that much here.
Yeah, they save a lot in the hubs because it's like you're going from a standstill and they're not long sections. Who placed that nitro there? Who's a troll?
Probably
Wow,
Cortex.
CPU. Yeah. Also, there is an item shortcut here, and I accidentally threw a potion on lap 2 way too early. I don't know why I dropped it behind me, so I only got 1 out of 3 here, which is unfortunate, but that's okay.
Theoretically, Tiger Temple is the only course in the game where we would have item RNG play a factor, but no, there are two more. We'll get to them soon.
Yeah,
I love
they're
that
very
very
fun.
hesitant laugh from both of you. That gives me anxiety knowing that something's coming up. I love that.
Yeah, and I'm only going to do the 2 that we actually currently do. I told part 2 that I might go for a third one if the stars actually do align. It has not been done in a run before, but I might try it if I actually do get the god RNG. So that would be cool.
It would be amazing to see, but I'm also not holding my breath for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we can go over other kinds of movement stuff. You'll see that sometimes I will jump at the top of the hill, and essentially you doing normal jumps off of uphills is generally speaking the slower and worse option. So we froggy uphills to we're getting SGs essentially, but not on a downhill. Like, so many different things can give SGs that it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, you can, wow, nice wall bump. But but yeah,
That
we
wall
can get
jumped out
like,
in front of you. We all saw it. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
tried to jump scare me. But yeah, you can get speed ghosts from like, you can go under the floor. In some cases, you can get them off of edges, which we will see. One that is the most viable one that exists in the game. But
Yeah.
you can get them from uphills. You can get them from AI if they push you. Like, it's basically, speed ghosts are just extra speed that gets added to you that is not like your fire level, basically.
All right, we've got a really hard trick coming up, so I think Galaxian, I assume you want to focus, and I'll handle explaining it.
Yeah.
All right, so Papu Pyramid is one of the most broken tracks in the game because we have the ability to exploit something called a no mask zone, which, to skip the technical explanation, basically allows us to trick the game into counting a lap when it really shouldn't. So right now, Galaxian's going to be looking for a mask, specifically, in order to land in this no-mask zone. Unfortunately, it looks like our RNG is not very good this time around.
Oh, it's a 25% chance. Remember, 20, there we go.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
Oh, ooh, there we go. All right.
Oh, we got one.
Oh, that two would have been so hype.
Oh,
right,
so
we got
close.
one.
Okay,
Oh.
we'll take a single. That one is that
Yeah.
trick is called Tiziano, after the person who I think it's after the person who discovered it. Or
Yeah.
yeah. So that is only possible during Papu Pyramid specifically because of the fact that we can get masks. Fun fact, in boss races, we are not actually able to get masks at all.
Yeah.
So we can't do it for Papu Papu.
Well, I mean, you can, but like that's like a huge asterisk because there's other ways you can do Tizzy. There's a time trial method that uses riding the wall. Oh, that's unfortunate. I got an SG off the pillar. That is awesome. But yeah, you can ride down this wall here and basically go backwards at the start, jump onto the wall, and then do some like crazy maneuvers. It's really hard with speed character, but I've done it with I don't know if you're familiar with Penta Penguin, like a secret cheat character. If you've played NF, Nitro Fueled, then you're probably familiar with them more so. But yeah, in the original PS1 versions, specifically in European and Japanese, they have max stats everywhere. And so they are insanely optimal for time trials. And the time trial method for Tizzy is far more doable with them than other characters. But
Dingo especially, I don't think has the turn stat to make it consistent, so I don't think anyone has actually gone for it.
I've tried to get it in the time trial setting, but it's hard. I will one day. I've only gotten it once, but it was not on recording, so you'll have to trust me here. I actually did get it, I promise. Yeah, Dingo Canyon. This track's pretty straightforward. It's got some like it's one of those tracks that looks very simple, but then you play it and try to optimize it, and you realize how painful it can be. I think Part 2 can attest to this.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole lot of little optimizations that kind of go into this track. I hated grinding this track to get down to a specific time, just because of the fact that there was like a little detail that I just never clicked on. So like, for like a lap, we want to get a speed ghost to get through the off-road, then we want to maintain our reserves down into the river, then we want to jump into the river, and we want to like get a speed ghost off of getting a jump off of the curbs, and then we're still just doing a whole bunch of drifting and frogging chains to just continue maintaining this speed all the way to the end.
That was actually a pretty nice last lap. It was a sub 27.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, so Hub 2 is almost done. Now we have the second boss race, Papu Papu. So we go back to Pyramid. So we can explain more stuff about the track itself now that we probably will play it normal. If I get a boost item with 10 Wumpa, I will try to do Tizzy with the boost item.
I am going
Because,
to I am
for the
going to
fans.
lose it if you get a boost item. It's only a 10% chance if I remember correctly. But yeah, for Papu Pyramid, it's actually still a fairly technical track, though not as bad as some others. It's mostly like getting through this spiral on most characters optimally to hit the boost pad, and then getting a speed go off of this grass cut in such a way is pretty difficult. Then after that, we want to just jump across and then ride the wall behind the finish line.
Yeah.
But
I did not have enough speed, so it was going to be very awkward to make that work.
yeah.
Yeah, that's an example of just like domino effect, because I lost fire during exiting the grass cut because I didn't have a lot of speed going into it. I had to U-turn, so I had less speed to finish out the lap. And so it caused a downward spiral, essentially. It's just the difficult part of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is how it's supposed to look. There we go.
Yeah. And compared to Tizzy, we actually have a lot more room to work with in terms of landing behind the finish line. We don't want to land on or past the finish line, by the way, otherwise the lap won't count and we essentially have to do half of a DLC lap.
Yeah, you get a DLC lap. It's very awesome. Oh, again? Oh, that's okay. I get to do the cool backup. Cool backup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
ignore that.
Make it far enough along the wall. All right.
I got greedy. On me. On me.
Would be trolling right now.
Yeah.
This is functionally
it's a habit that I have.
This is just
the average Galaxian experience. When you're a time trialer, you try to get super greedy. And yeah, that does not help too often in RTA, because I'm like, I can do this. I've done this many times. And then I don't.
Except this time.
Not this time. Something that's going to be happening from now on, by the way, is that now that we're out of Hub 2, we're not going to be getting any more hints at the end of races, which allows us to essentially get a frame-perfect pause that allows us to...
skip congratulations from Uka, basically.
Yeah. And we have the opportunity to get up to 6 of them, excepting the last race of each of the next 2 hubs. Because it just goes straight into the boss cutscene, so you don't have the opportunity to skip.
Yeah.
Blizzard Bluff is actually a much tougher track than it might seem, by the way.
Yeah. Especially when you're like trying to optimize it heavily in time trial. And time trial is like, the boulder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know why that happened, because the shortcut at the start, was slower than I would have liked, and so it made it so the cycle was not desirable. That's okay. Hopefully it doesn't hit me again, surely.
Every little shortcut that Galaxian is doing right here has like a ton of variance in terms of like how much speed you can carry through it, including the hill section. So that's kind of why optimizing Blizzard Bluff is kind of as tough as it is. It's because of the fact that there's just a whole ton of different ways that you can end up taking the track, depending on how much speed you got in any given section.
Yeah.
Nice Wumpa
And
snake,
those
by the
triple
way.
hills after the boulder. Yeah, I love Wumpa sniping. It was completely unnecessary because I was at 10 already. SG at the end. Nice. Shame the boulder decided to be a bit of a meanie, but that's okay. First pause. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, let's go.
Well done.
Alright.
I also agree with the comment in chat. Those fence jumps were giving anxiety.
It is so terrible, especially when your pace is good. Oh. Alright, Dragon Mines, another cycle-based level.
Yup, it is. The minecarts could end up being a problem depending on how fast we can take everything. Start of the track, we end up trying to ride an SG as long as possible, and then we're going into the minecart trying to just get through it as fast as possible.
Yeah, when I'm doing the shortcut there specifically, you might have noticed, if you've tried that before, you'd go really slow through there, and it feels basically not faster. But what I do is I hold X and square, which for some reason makes it so you lose speed a lot slower in off-road. And so it makes the shortcut much easier. And faster, too. So that's a more recent development, though, so the game just keeps getting faster.
Also, this is another track where you can very easily get a DLC lap from just hopping over the finish line normally. And in this case, you have to do a full DLC lap.
Oh no!
Oh, TNT.
Something else to mention about that technique, by the way, is that the inputs for it do change very slightly if you happen to be controlling the game with analog sticks, as I do. Because what ends up happening also is that while you're doing that technique on analog sticks specifically, you are also able to U-turn, which is where you brake in the air and hold down normally on D-pad while turning in order to have a much sharper turn in the air. And on analog stick controls, you don't actually have to hold down. You just hold the direction and square. But that's only if you're also using right stick up as your accelerator, which is built into the game.
Yeah, it's such a weird control scheme, but it's actually theoretically faster, too. It's like the optimal way to play the game.
Boomerang.
Yeah, boomerang. Let's see if I get one. This is the worst lap to miss it, because the AI, you're racing against them if you fail it. Thankfully, they didn't decide to screw me over that time. I don't know why this is the one run of all times where they decided not to do that. I'm not salty at all. But,
it's fine.
Yeah.
There's no backstory there.
No, I'm not traumatized.
But yeah, Polar Pass is
I got a
another
boost
one of
item,
those
actually.
harder levels because of the Boomerang Lakes jump. You have the backup, which some people take to calling Slingshot, which is a name I'm fond of. Not everyone calls it that, though.
There we go. That's a more successful one. Not optimal, but that made it. That's I mean, I'm sure it doesn't look easy, but it's... Oh, that's unfortunate. It's a lot harder than it actually looks. It's like a two-frame window, give or take, depending on how you approach the wall, to get the jump on the wall. And it's a tough jump. It's a shortcut that even like the world record holder Hypno Shark, he has a hard time with it too. It's just a hard shortcut. Like, it is a massive run killer for a lot of people.
The window for the backup is much more generous. Oh, you lost fire.
Yeah, I didn't touch the turbo pad, unfortunately, so that's okay. At least the backups went well. Let's not hit the wall this time, though.
Something that I'll also mention, by the way, the juiced boost item that Galaxian was able to use on lap 2 instantly sets your speed to Sacred Fire. It's the only other way that you can get turbo pad speed without a turbo pad, aside from just getting a big enough hang time turbo.
Yeah, and this track, it's very cool if you get it, because that's just a free second of time save. More if you do, like, time trial strats, and just absolutely pop off, but...
Anyway, I hope
ain't no one gonna be doing that.
I hope Polar Pass didn't look too easy, because now we have another insane trick that we have to do for Tiny Arena.
Oh no.
This one's funny. This is a funny one. Hopefully I get it.
I hope so, too. Alright, first things first, we need to find a nitro crate.
Yup. There's some
going to
monkish
end up
driving.
happening-
That's okay.
What's going to end up
manipulation.
happening is Galaxian is going to place that nitro in a very specific spot in order to launch himself over the wall near the finish line and trick the game into counting a lap while he's on that side, which allows us to skip most of the lap.
Yeah.
But we need the nitro first.
And it doesn't look like the game wants to give me it. That's about what I expect. I expect nothing. I'd be so funny. I make single tizzy, but I don't make this. Oh, we got a nitro. Let's go. All right. So
all right.
we are going to be placing it along the wall next to the start line. So here we go. I'll pay attention. There we go. Nice. As he
Okay.
counts the lap.
That's one. We can go for another one, though.
Yeah.
There's a Wumpa crate right there, and we have 2 chances to get a nitro without losing time.
If you get a bomb or a shield item, you have technically a 3rd shot. That's really hard. Although I guess that's only if you get the 2nd one. Yeah, I agree with that one. I was holding two left in, but got one. That's what matters.
Yeah,
I'm glad to have gotten one to show off. It's a very precise shortcut, and it's actually technically part random because of like delta frame stuff. So even if you do everything right, sometimes it just won't work. So having literally like 2 run killers back to back is really rough. And if you're watching like world record attempts, or even just PB attempts in general, you're gonna see a lot of runs die in this hub. But it makes it all the more hype when you get a run that gets everything.
It's okay, though. If you thought we were out of hard stuff to do, Hub 4 still is quite difficult, especially with speed characters.
Yeah, it is. This track and Hub 4, that were the real reasons why people thought that speed was slower. This track especially, I had to U-turn, there's nothing I could do in many parts of the track where I had to sacrifice reserves to be able to make a turn. But it still ends up being faster than Excel by like a couple seconds. I actually think it might be faster by more than that, but I don't know. It's not super like the side characters. So basically everyone that's not Penta they're like so far less optimized compared to him, so it just becomes like I don't actually know what the potential is for lots of characters in this game. And that's kind of cool to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of it's a fun journey so far with this game.
Yeah.
I'm like the only person that plays with like side characters frequently.
I'll be joining you soon enough. I just have my own goals that I need to achieve before I'm able to commit that much time.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting now that I think about it. Like the other player that I can think of that's really done that is also an American player. And if you were to join in part 2, that'd be another American. It's just something about Americans being in this game. It's interesting. We're the most explorative. Just by sheer luck. Oh, okay.
Something else.
I actually have a bubble. That's so lucky. And I missed. That's the
Well, it was almost hype.
Yeah, it was almost a hype save. But yeah, so that's a really sad spot to hit the wall. And that's okay, because I got a boost item, and I'm going to get, enough Wumpa to get it juiced up. So that will salvage a second. Thank you, game. Appreciate it.
And you got to showcase the bubble.
Yeah.
Bubble is like legitimately a very helpful item. It's just kind of track dependent on whether or not it actually ends up coming up. It helps in Dragon Mines, and I think it helps in Engine Labs as well. But those are like the only 2 courses that I can think of where they really make a big difference.
Gotcha.
I could not resist going for time trial strats there because I got the start SGs like super nicely, and I was like, I'm gonna try getting greedy because I want to get a 23 lap. Unfortunately, I hit the wall again. That's okay. That's all right.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Rooms on fire behind me. Things are okay. Okay, hub 4. This is a. I don't know if I would say for like it's definitely the hardest hub, but it's like not the most reset heavy hub. So it kind of depends on what you consider like hard, the amount of resets or the actual core like raw difficulty.
Yeah.
But
Something that I'm also going to explain real quick is the fact that going back to the boost system in the game, there is actually still one more level of boost that is higher than Sacred Fire, and two of the courses that, and we're going to be seeing it on two of these courses, which is Ultimate Sacred Fire. There are some very specific boost pads that give you a level of speed that is even higher than normal turbo pad speed, and the quirky thing about those is that if you boost at all, after getting Ultimate Sacred Fire, you end up, your boost level gets overridden.
you can see right here, I'm going super speedy there because that's one of the two super turbo pads in this track. It's more prevalent at the end. The end section is just going to be entirely in USF, Ultimate Sacred Fire. So I'm going to be getting as many boosts as I can. Unfortunately, I missed 2 there, so I might have to froggy earlier than I would like at the end, but that's okay. Yeah, see, we're coasting through.
Yeah, this is why reserves.
Here, yeah.
This is why reserves matter so much for USF courses like Engine Labs. You need to be able to have those reserves because you can't gain any more or you lose USF.
Yeah, you can't boost at all when you have USF, because logic. Well, actually, it makes perfect sense, to be honest, because whenever you do a boost, you, so, like, let's say I'm at, like, my base speed, and I do a boost, I'll be brought to that boost speed because I'm not at it, and it's higher than my current one. But for some reason, because this is the fastest possible speed in the entire game, it's like, this is the speed cap. This is the visible speed cap. And so if I'm doing a boost that is, I don't know, I feel like it makes sense in my head, but I'm not explaining it. I don't know if I can verbally explain it, but it's like, it's at the edge, and so you're doing like a slower boost, but it's like, you're at essentially max or like 0. I don't know. This is me like,
it's kind of
on the spot, like going like epiphany. Yeah, it's just kind of a random epiphany I just had. I'm like, it kind of makes sense. And I'm trying to explain it. It was like the deep epiphany thought I just had. Anyways, Nitro there. Did I place that? This is like the first time this run. I'm like, am I sabotaging myself?
You often are, to be fair. You're like, well, not fully sabotaging, but like, you.
I'm chaotic with items.
You definitely have a habit of just throwing items down and just going.
Yeah, no, I cycle through.
Like,
I'm someone who cycles through items. Yeah, because if you pull a boost item, well, for a lot of people, if they pull a boost item, it just means safety. But for me, it means I can try to push time trial strats, or have something in case I mess up a time trial strat. So it's like a win-win.
Cortex Castle is probably the biggest example, by the way, of this is crazy hard on speed compared to acceleration.
Yeah. I have world record on this track with Dingo, actually. And so far, this is actually really nice course so far.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, I really cannot understate that trying to do these lines as Dingo is absurdly hard. Galaxian is just very practiced at it.
Just casual flexing. No big deal.
Alright.
Something else that I'll mention right now, since I don't know of a better time to say it. In NMG speedruns, is technically about as fast to be running on the PAL version compared to NTSC because of a PAL exclusive glitch called language glitch.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah, you basically play the game without selecting a language. It's very easy to do. And while the game runs at a lower frame rate on PAL because it's differing standards at the time, the language glitch allows you to basically skip certain cutscenes. Like, basically, like, all of the congratulations messages are only, like, don't play, and I think you just gain control much faster as a result.
Yeah, because you don't have the language. They can't speak to you if you don't speak any language.
Yeah.
That is
And-
wild.
It also results
And there's
in
another weird oddity. Yeah, the head swap during the boss cutscenes.
Yeah.
So you get to see Komodo Joe with Oxide's head. Papu Papu, I think, has
What?
Pinstripe's head. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Also, when the masks show up to actually give you advice at the end of the races in Hub 1 and 2, they just stare at you.
They stare at you and then poof away.
Yep.
It's so awesome. My disc does that because it's old. Sometimes they just stare at me and do nothing, and I'm like, that's awesome. It doesn't even save time because it's not like a real language skip, but it's just funny looking.
It's like they're not there to give you help. They're just there to judge you at this point.
My
Yeah.
disc specifically consistently does it before I'm going into Coco Park, where the line is normally you can go faster before you skip the cutscene. Great comedic,
I love that.
great comedic timing. Anyway, Hot Air Skyway.
I was actually about to do a time trial, the time trial shortcut by accident, because I was doing that yesterday. I wasn't paying attention. I was like, I almost. It could have been sick if I did actually get it without paying attention, but I didn't want to go for it because it's insanely hard.
Yeah, we've got a couple of funky jumps that we can do to cut big portions of the track here. This is technically an Ultra Sacred Fire course, but we don't need it because the skips that we do save more time than trying to maneuver it.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll see for this first shortcut, I will go forward a certain amount and then go backwards because I have to load enough of the track so when I do this shortcut here, it lets me land. Because you can only skip up to 20... I forget if it's 20 or 25%. I forget the exact number. But you can only skip that much of the track. So I have to go forward just enough to be able to make it work. And that second one, it is as simple as it looks. You just have to get the jump height and jump over the wall, and it's really simple. That one that I just failed is deceptively difficult. Like, it's actually kind of crazy how high up the invisible wall goes there. They made it a lot easier in Nitro Fueled, which, thank heavens.
Yeah.
Doing that with
unfortunately-
USF would be, or Blue Fire, I guess, would be so rough.
Yeah. In OG CTR, however, we have a stupidly high invisible wall, so hairpin is extremely tough to actually get.
And it saves, like, an underwhelming amount. Since I had the boost item here, it actually saved, like, almost a second and a half. But yeah, like, it only saves roughly, like, 0.5 to 0.6 on, like, a normal lap compared to just going the long way. So it's kind of, like, one of those... wow. I'm a distracted talking. I'm a distracted driver. Oh no.
There's actually a quick question on the last map saying, or asking, do any runners make the jump from the last turbo pad to the blimp, or would that be too inconsistent?
That is actually a thing that is done in time trials using USF. So, you can do that in course attempts, but that's more of like a penta thing. Well, I guess
Yeah.
every character but Speed to an extent. But
Yeah, theoretically,
Yeah.
Coco could do that. You could do it with an acceleration character, but, like, it's probably not that much faster than just doing the same strats as Speed. unless someone were to like actually push that strat, and that strat is very, very hard.
Yeah, it's a really cool strat though, because you build up a lot of reserves, and then you get USF at like after the spiral, where like the you jump in the road forks. That's the USF pad, and you basically keep that for the rest of the lap, and then do the jump at the end. And you do like another shortcut to skip like half of the track and stuff just to get to that jump, and it's super cool, but it is really difficult. I don't actually know the frame window to get the jump, but it's one of those that like barely works. But yeah, I guess to answer the question, it does work, but you need to have USF.
You need to have USF, so it's not viable for NMG as we currently understand it.
I think even in the any percent tasks. Oh yeah, we could talk about hot air in the boss race.
Yeah.
You've been seeing me do a lot of shortcuts that have not explained. So yeah, it's a similar concept as to hot air skyway, where I drive forward enough to load enough of the track and go backwards. It's just we're jumping down there, so we don't have to drive down the spiral and back up. So we jump down the spiral and then use that same wall to basically skip the I don't know how you describe that section of the track. It's just part of the track. A long part of the track. You land on right before the space section, which is a shame we don't get to see it, but we just jumped hard to the left before going to the space section, and it's just essentially 3 shortcuts back to back to back, and it's very hype. I can explain it when in doing it during the Oxide race, but yeah, just 2 races left, just Pinstripe and Oxide.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen all the tracks now.
Pinstripe, I have words for Pinstripe, but that's mostly my my skipless runs talking. He is actually the boss that is most likely to get in the way. I would actually call him way harder than Oxide.
That's a hot take. But I can see it. I think I can kind of see it, because he gets in the way several points during skipless.
Yeah, like 100%. I recently lapped out a place on the track where he will always cross very early on, where you can place an item and he'll hit it, and he'll basically not be in the way for the rest of the race. But that does rely on you hitting a 80% chance, so, you know, it's not 100. Because if you get a boost item or a shield, it doesn't work.
Oh no.
And we all know that when you get on a PB pace, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and
that's just
consistently, every time I've been on PB pace in Pinstripe Split in Skipless, I have not gotten a Nitro or Potion, so...
This is a good Pinstripe so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a low 37. Nice.
Nah.
Very nice.
That's really good.
There was actually a comment I saw earlier in chat, and this is going back to that language glitch. And it said, Ripperoo's laughs are considered language too, so he doesn't make any sound at all with that glitch active.
Yeah. It's just
I love that.
Silently jittering
He
his
just
jaw
laughs.
at you.
That's just that whole run should just be called Judgment %.
Yeah. Oh, Pinstripe. Oh.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Pinstripe potentially getting in the way.
Yeah.
If you mess up in this track, in even an 8% NMG, he can get in the way at the end. And I've had runs die to that actually, and it was really sad. So it's insult onto injury. Oh, you messed up? Let's make you mess up more. Right over a jump too, so you lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
The chain of
that was a
dominoes
really nice
begins
second.
falling.
Yeah. Oh, now that reminds me of a traumatic skipless experience I had with Oxide. Oh, it was so bad. It was absolute.
Oh,
I no words, no words. I have it on my YouTube channel. Shameless plug. If you're joking, I'm joking. Unless, but yeah, Oxide. We get to see the final, like the final hurrah with shortcuts. So yeah, you'll be able to see what I mean if I was not explaining it coherently. Get onto a wall, jump down bottom of the spiral, advance enough with the track, you can go backwards,
Oh.
then jump on the wall, and then jump off, and that was a nice start.
Yeah,
And that
clean.
is essentially textbook
Oh,
how to
wow.
do that. Normally, a lap on this track would take about like a minute. I think on the first lap, like a minute 2, minute 3, and this is this still sub 40 despite the mistake? Ah.
Barely.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
so
saves a
close.
lot to do the shortcuts.
Yeah. The shortcuts end up saving like roughly around 20 to 25 seconds, and it adds up over the course of 6 laps because we do this course twice. In skipless,
That makes sense.
yeah, in skipless on Coco, I normally end up getting lap times that are around the 101 to 102 range.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to place items. Hopefully, I get placeable items. Actually, Bubble's nice because I want to make more of the items despawn that he's placed so that they don't get in the way. But I have a Bubble, so it might be all right. Yeah, thank God I had that. That actually was perfectly placed. All right, place that, and I think I should be. I jinxed it. Missed the wall. That's okay. That's okay. We go back up onto it. Oh, I actually would just beaten him. This is actually would have been such a. Ignore that. Can I do this? I can do that.
Yeah.
That's such a shame
The
because you
game
can
froze or
drive on
something,
that
it's
wall. So I was honestly this was an alright outside besides those two things. So you know what? The run is done. End with a boost item. Let's go. Whew. Run is done.
GG.
What was the
Jeez.
Jeez. What?
Probably about just around 52, I think. Roughly.
Hey, not bad. Not bad for all the random stuff that happened. I'll take that.
Yeah, 51-52 from the looks of it.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, 51-55. GG's. Oh, that was awesome.
Yes. I'm glad I got both the Tizzy and TA skip once.
Yeah.
That was nice. I wasn't expecting to land a Tizzy, but
Yeah, that was cool to be able to show off.
yeah.
I will say, since we might as well get set up for the second run, because for those watching, you'll notice that Galaxian's going to be doing 2 runs for us. You saw him beat the game in just shy of 52 minutes, and now if you look at the next category, which is any percent, we're missing a tens digit in the estimate now. So now we're only doing this in 5 minutes. I feel like memes are about to be had, good sir.
So if you didn't know,
you could say that.
if you didn't know, CTR was developed in about 9 months, and in certain circumstances, it shows.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of how he's pace explaining things. I'll say we could start the run because it'll start when Sony Computer Entertainment America pops up on screen.
Yeah.
And then Cortex starts giving his whole spiel. So, see how long it takes for my disc to load. This disc is ancient. This is a day 1 disc. I'm shocked it works still. I'm keeping it real.
Nice.
I think
I'm
I
gonna
can
need a new one
get
soon.
started on the explanation now if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, well, it failed to load. Try it again.
All right, so with any percent, we are able to essentially bypass adventure mode entirely because of some shenanigans with how battle mode was programmed in the game. In battle
Yeah.
mode,
Okay.
Basically,
All
we're
right.
going to end up
Hold on, real
setting it
quick.
to
Timer
be
start
a...
in 3, 2. Oh, did it look? Okay, look. 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
All right. Yeah. So
Battle mode shenanigans.
yeah, we're going into battle mode. We're going to be setting it up so that we have player 1 on one team and player 2 on another specific team. Basically, setting up the game so that it is tracking a losing points in life limit mode in such a way that it is it is sharing a memory address with map IDs, basically. So we go to Rocky Road, we turn off all of the items except for Potion. We have Engine in Player 2 and Crash in Player 1 because that's just the easiest way to do it. We want Player 2 to be Acceleration. And now Engine is going to blow himself up about 18 times, was it?
19.
19, sorry.
I'm doing a new. I managed to at Snag of the Word, probably like 2 months ago now, using a newly implemented strat, where you'll see that I'm pausing there and dying while it's fading out. It still registers me as taking the final hit while it's loading. So I basically, when I'm on the pause menu, I hover over restart and I press start and then X the next frame. So it's like a consecutive frames start and X press. So basically, once I do that, it saves. I can demonstrate it because I actually don't remember what my death count is because I usually would have splits showing you which one I'm on. So yeah, let's see which one I'm on. We just skip all of this. And what are we at? 5. Cool. Yeah, I would normally have splits on, so I don't have to count because I wouldn't be able to see that screen normally. Yeah. But it's a cool. Honestly, the pause strat makes it so much more interesting as a category. Oh no, did I mess it up? I messed it up. Extra what we have to do. That's the risk though with doing it, because when you're optimizing this, you want to ideally cause the fade out to happen as early as possible, because when you're listening to Engine die, you want to listen to the potion hit. I have my headphones on. I did not hear that one. But if you hear the sound of the potion hit for at least a single frame, it means it counted.
Okay.
Oh, I restarted. No, this is such a tricky glitch. Doing it 19 times is hard.
I tried to learn this.
I heard that one.
In preparation for this, and I'll be perfectly honest, this particular strat was beyond me at the moment because I was trying to do it on emulator because I only recently actually gotten a PS2 to run this game on console.
Very nice, very nice.
Get up there. Okay. I'm gonna try it. Okay, I heard that. Cool. I don't know what I'm at now. I'm gonna have to check after. This is a very unprofessional 80% run. I don't have splits. That's okay.
It's fine.
Wait, I have to
we'll
let
edit
it go.
in post or something.
What are we at now? 12? Alright. So I do 7 more. This time I'm gonna count. I'm gonna keep track.
Alright, chat,
Yeah.
counting.
No! Did I count? No, I didn't. I didn't place it. Alright. Yeah, I would have. If I was doing attempts, I would have restarted during the menuing at the start.
That makes sense.
All right, because this glitch, it saves about like 1.5 per thing if you do it perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So over 19 of them, it saves like. What is that mathing? I'm trying to think. Yeah.
A lot.
That's okay. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't think it's enough to. I don't think it's enough to sub 4, unfortunately.
It's like
Which is such a shame because that would have been so hype.
close to 30 seconds, probably like around like 25-ish.
Yeah, and the world record before implementing this was a 4:44. But that could have been brought down, I think, to sub 40 or 4:40. Which one is this? 17? I know it's not the last one, so I can just safely do that. But I will just let this one play out normal because I am unsure. I have not been keeping track of counting. What is it?
I've been losing
That's
tracks
weird.
because of the failed attempts.
19. Good thing I did that. Oh, good thing I did that. But yeah, after we do 19 of those, we change setup, and then it's magical.
We just load back in.
Oxide. Yeah, Oxide did not know what hit him. Rip Oxide. He got owned.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's time.
What?
That's time.
Yep.
Sounds like I am not dealing with this planet anymore.
Y'all are cheaters.
Yeah.
I love that.
So when we quit out back to setup, the counter that is being kept track in the same place where the level ID is being stored, it doesn't reset, so the game loads it incorrectly, and now we're in the ending cutscene.
Yeah, this is actually useful glitch in 101% when you're doing like 101% glitches, because in that speedrun we would death would be used twice, and it would spawn us back into Gemstone Valley, which has its own stuff related to other glitches. That would be a whole thing to explain. But
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And
that
why
is-
is it half the screen? What is going on?
Naughty Dog magic. Andy Gavin made it so.
Oh my goodness.
9 months. That's all this game had to cook.
I love that.
It's my favorite medium rare steak.
That was fantastic. Nitrous oxide and his invisible spaceship. True. That is how you end a run right there. GG's on both of them.
GG's.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
Ah.
While you're getting some love from chat and everybody, both of you give shout outs. Tell me, where can they find the two of you on the internets? What are you currently playing? And any other shout outs or whatnot you wanna give. Now is your time to do it.
All right, so I stream pretty regularly on my Twitch, Galaxian SR, and my YouTube at the moment is kind of just a personal best dump, but I want to eventually make more longer content in the future. Don't know when, but eventually I will. And yeah, I guess in terms of shout outs, shout out to Part 2 for wanting to join in on commentary. I really do appreciate it. Having to do this alone would have been rough. I am not a solo commentator guy.
That's fair. Thank you. I'm glad that you even asked. That you even gave me the consideration. Considering again, I'm a much newer runner.
Hey, we love our newer runners. It means
Yeah, and also-
he's growing.
Yeah, and shout out to the CTR Time Trial Discord and the Crash Speedrun Discords too. They're really welcoming. We're a welcoming community to new runners, and really trying to improve everyone's game and be a good group of friends. I feel like.
Yeah.
And yeah, and do you have any shout outs or stuff you want to say, Parky?
Yeah, so you can find me over at twitch.tv/par2 with 2 O's at the end, so PARTWOO. The single O was taken, I couldn't do anything about that, but I am currently speedrunning CTR as well, mostly the skipless category at the moment, and also doing time trial attempts. I'm trying to, speaking of the time trial Discord, I'm trying to beat the God standard for every single track in the game, so giving that a try. I'm currently exactly halfway there and working on Blizzard Bluff right now, so you might catch me pretty randomly. I just kind of stream when I have time right now because I don't have a consistent work schedule. Oops.
I feel that when I'm in school, that's me.
Understandable. Yeah. Both of you, thank you so much for coming on and being our final friends on Express Lane for 2024.
It's been an honor.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Guys, I've had an absolute blast having you on and actually having everybody on today. But with that, gamers, that's it. No more Express Lane for this year. We're coming back next year. Don't worry. Don't panic. We're back. Trust me. But FYI, if you missed out on Awfully Silly or Express Lane, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned because we're going to just replay the shows right after this and lead into 2025. And also, make sure you're tuning in tomorrow / next year. Har, har, har. Yeah, tune in tomorrow for our final stream before GDQ 2025. It's going to start at our regular scheduled time at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to feature both Crosshair and Speedruns from the Crypt. So with that, I hope you had a fantastic 2024, and 2025 is going to be even better. So from the Express Lane, I'm Oscar24, and I'll see you next time. Bye!